Hello, hello.
Sorry for the late start. Had to eat and talk.
Apparently we had to talk. Yeah, it's fine. We had to eat
Yeah.
while we were setting things up.
Yeah.
Took a bit longer.
Yeah. Because somebody complained about the way I do things. For some reason, I don't know. I don't get it, but you know, I'm the one who came up with it, so it works for me, obviously. I can't expect it to work for everyone.
Yep.
But I'm also not sure if you were doing it correctly. I mean, for some reason you posted on Mastodon first.
Because that's what I do on my tablet.
Yeah. But
after Twitter, but you didn't have Twitter, so.
No, I don't. Fuck Twitter. Fuck that little muzzy man.
I mean, I don't like the guy who owns it, who literally just sold it to himself.
Yeah. Sold it to his own company.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of losses and stuff, but yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do that.
No, but everyone does it. Every rich person with a bunch of companies does that. Everyone.
There's a thing called conflict of interest.
Yeah.
But apparently not in America.
It's a fucking free market in America.
There are limits to a free market still.
Not in America!
But America takes free market literal.
Yeah.
So it's anyone can do whatever they want as long as they have the money.
Yeah.
Then they don't care.
Yeah.
If you don't have the money, then you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to. That is illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, again, I'm only on Twitter because there is a community that I'm a part of that hasn't moved. Streaming. The streaming community hasn't moved much.
Which streaming community?
The VTubers and stuff.
Oh, fuck that. Just go away.
I mean, those are not the only ones, but...
Nesumi is left. More or less.
Yes, it has left. The only thing she ever checks Twitter for is art.
Yeah,
doesn't use
that's
it.
what
I know, but I'm also not a mutual with Nesumi.
Do you have mutuals over there?
Yeah, that's why I talk with them on Twitter all the time. You remember all those messages I keep getting sometimes?
Oh, that was Twitter?
Yeah, that's Twitter.
Oh, I thought it was like Instagram or something.
No.
You know,
There's some really nice people, and then there's some not so nice people, but that's
sometimes you just gotta draw a line.
Yeah, I know, but it's also thanks to them you've got more followers, so...
On Twitch?
Yes.
Huh. Well, it's... You're unnecessarily binding yourself to hell.
Well...
I would say.
I'm the kind of person who has absolutely no empathy if I don't need to, so I don't necessarily see it the same way you do.
No, but it's also a bit of the... Like, by using it, you're more or less saying what he's doing is okay.
I don't see it that way.
I know that ethical consumption under capitalism isn't really a thing, but you could still pick and choose.
Yeah, but it's also just I don't know, for me it's also just the whole reaching out to more people on Twitter right now.
You reach out to more people on Blue Sky.
No, I don't. Not at the moment.
I can't really say anything to that because that's what I see.
Actually, I reach out to most people on TikTok, believe it or not.
That's TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok.
There's a
very fine-tuned algorithm.
I would dare say perfect algorithm.
Nothing's perfect though.
No, the difference being that they don't care what kind of information they collect from you.
No.
Therefore, they're able to make as good of an algorithm as they can.
Yeah.
Other companies, not really as much. They try to do algorithms, but it doesn't really work because they don't have enough information.
Because they're not Chinese. Don't have many laws about this.
Yeah. Like Google wants to collect all your data.
Yeah, but you could say no.
Yeah.
On TikTok, as soon as you make a user, you said yes to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can you delete your user on TikTok? I forget.
I don't know.
I don't know if I have deleted my account. I know I made one at one point just to check it out, and I was like, I didn't even let the algorithm figure out what I wanted. So I was like, can't be bothered. Anyway, are we in the game? No. There.
We are now.
Yes. Okay, well,
we should continue with the moment walks. That's the one we do.
And hopefully get through all the rest of the stuff.
Well, that's compared to how much you want to search up the etymology of pavement and sidewalk this time.
It all stems from pavement. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it does. It's just one of those weird things where in British pavement turned into something for pedestrians, and in America it stayed for cars, and they needed a new word.
Yeah. So, because
I just don't like the word sidewalk. I don't know. Pavement sounds better in my opinion. But that's a subjective opinion entirely.
I can change over to footpath. That's fine.
Footpath. It's even dumber than sidewalk. I love it. Fucking Australian sometimes.
It's a path for your feet.
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is. Okay. Never mind. We're done with that discussion.
I mean, it could have been worse, maybe.
It could have been way worse. It could have been Steins Gate.
What?
We used more time discussing something specific on Steins Gate.
Oh.
We did discussing this. It was only like 20 minutes.
No, I was talking about words for the thing at the side of the road that you walk on.
No. We're not gonna continue that discussion anymore.
I can come up with some.
No. We're done with that discussion. We did it last stream.
Side path.
It's not a fucking path.
Foot road.
No. No, we will continue now. No more. We're gonna go to the place now. Jill made the announcement as he took the head of the pack. You know, he took the lead.
Yeah.
Your face was just like staring at you like... That's a weird way to say it, but okay.
No, I was just more like... So who did we behead?
You and your literal...
I thought we were in America, not France.
Because English is literal?
No, because in France they would behead people. That's what they did during the French Revolution.
That's what they did up until after the French Revolution, yes. Kind of stopped after that.
I don't remember who the last person was to be beheaded. But anyways...
it doesn't matter!
That was when the guillotine was invented.
Yeah.
That was for the French Revolution.
Yeah.
So, well, a bit before, but... You know, that's when
Episode 5, you know exactly everything you need to know about the guillotine, because there's a question about that in episode 5. Including the exam, or one of your midterms.
But yes, the guillotine was the first, the French Revolution was the first time the guillotine was put to use.
Yes.
Actual use. So.
Before it was just like strangulation by hanging.
Yeah.
And they still do that in Japan, for example. But they're very picky about who they choose.
For the hanger or hangy?
Hangy.
Hangy. Okay.
The criminal.
The criminal. Okay. Criminal scum.
The criminal scum.
Not that they have many to choose from anyways.
No. I mean, why would you when there's a prosecution rate of 99.9%?
Mm-hmm.
Why even get into the trouble when you can't even escape it if you get caught? And you get caught because there's too much police idly just wandering around having nothing to do.
They got nothing to do, so...
So they do more than just normal police work.
Yeah.
You know, help find lost things and save kitty cats from trees and shit.
They're kind of akin to like just public service people.
They are public service people. That is what it is in Japan. Unless you're part of a criminal investigation unit, you are public service.
Yeah.
Tamarack was so fluffed out and excited about finally going to that special place. She didn't try to get in front of Joe. Or it could have been because she didn't know where he was heading. Probably the latter.
Both?
Hello!
Hola! A new person.
Yes, it is a new person.
A first-time chatter.
Yes.
Well, there are many things that are up.
Not again.
Like, we have a ceiling. There's also, beyond the ceiling, there's a roof, and there's also the sky, stars. The sun is not above us right now, so...
God damn it.
The sun has already set. But many stars.
Yes, sure. we'll say that. We're playing a game, that's what's up. God damn it, Ramona, not again. This happens every time that, this happens every time I ask her what's up, too. That's her answer. God damn it.
What do you want me to say? You ask what's up, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. The sea.
What are you doing right now? That's what's up.
Awkwardly talking about stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're playing a game. What are we playing?
No, I forget what I wanted to say. Anyways. Guess it wasn't important.
No, probably not. No, probably not.
Probably was, but who cares?
Special place. Special place. The big group surrounding you and the brimming sense of eagerness kept the fall chill away. You continued down Main Street for a few blocks, but soon had to turn down a side road.
Okay.
Whatever the special place was, it took longer to get there than the town and your school. It was beyond Golden Grave.
Grove.
Yeah, Golden Grave. Golden Grove. Nice.
No, that's...
In a couple of hours, damn! You're on the other side of the day almost.
Yeah.
It's like almost 10 p.m. here. Sun's not going out for the next 6 hours, give it a take. At the very least.
Most of America is already having sun, right?
Yeah, they're afternoon right now.
So that would mean you're in a new day. You're in the future. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Are you another member of the Steins Gate? Sorry, I had to.
Why?
Because we're playing Steins Gate on other streams sometimes. It was perfect, okay?
As I was about to say, Golden Grave, that's their graveyard.
Ah, yes, of course. The Golden Grave at Golden Grove. The farther you went, the more the forest took control of the land again. People made structures, retreated among vibrant leaves, becoming fewer and fewer in number. 5 a.m. lol. What are you doing up so late?
Or early?
Early, yeah, I mean, why am I even saying this? I also watch streams at 5 a.m. when I have work until 7 a.m. But I also work nights. Boy.
Would that mean Australia, New Zealand, something like that.
Somewhere around there, yes.
Or it could be somewhere in Asia. I don't know.
Somewhere around there, in that line.
That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, because Japan is 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So it's not even 5 a.m. there.
No.
In Japan, so.
Could be west coast of Australia.
Isn't that the east coast? That's the furthest away.
No, because I'm pretty sure the east coast is more akin to what the time zone Japan has.
Yeah, but we need to be further away than Japan. That's why I'm saying it like that.
No, we need to go further west.
No, Japan is 6 hours ahead of us. It is 10. It would be 3 a.m. in Japan.
I know worse. Actually, wait.
Oh! Thank you!
Thank you.
Yes.
We ramble a lot. Sorry.
I mean, if they've seen our YouTube channel, they would know, wouldn't they?
I forget we have to go more east to get
further into the future.
Well, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, we ramble a lot.
Yeah, so it would be East Coast.
Yes, you're a time traveler. Are you John Titor? Oh, look at Pros and Apollo in the cage, just sitting up by each other. Dude, interesting. I can't remember, did I read this or did I not read this?
I don't know.
Well, I'll read it again, I guess. Yeah. Actually, it was a similar looking path to the one that led into your own neighborhood. Part of you wondered if all this was a huge prank to Tio and you'd end up right where you started, but most of you was just joking yourself.
Okay.
Oh look, it's a diner! Instead of opening into a hidden neighborhood, the road you'd taken came to a sun-bleached parking lot. The only building left in sight was the Diner Table Diner.
We've already been here?
Yes! Oh, that's why it was so familiar to you. You hadn't only been there through streets that were similar, you'd gone down that exact way before. But in a car. And at night. And now you were there again.
Again.
When you owned 2 feet, you'd gone to the very outskirts of human civilization. The end of that being an old-fashioned and just plain old American food restaurant. You gonna meet Yusuf again?
Maybe. Possibly. Is this a special place?
Free food? I don't fucking know. Isn't free food special? Never say no to free food.
Nearest food is best food.
No. Freest food is best food.
Nearest food is freest food.
No, it's not.
If it's within arm's reach. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry, the law begs to differ on that part. You'd be stealing.
Only
You'd do a robbery.
Only if I could cop.
Still a robbery. If you didn't get charged with it.
They can't prosecute me for anything they don't know.
Sure. We'll go with that. In the entire giant lot, you had more fingers on one hand than there were cars parked. All 3 of the vehicles were clustered, together in a single section out of the way. Chio took a few more steps forward, splitting off from the group gathered at the edge of the lot. There's a trail a little bit past here. It leads all the way up into the mountains. Okay. Where are we going?
Leading us up on the...
Leading us up on the...
But cheese is good.
Not everyone likes cheese, Ramona.
I love cheese.
Yeah, I know. There are also some people who are lactose intolerant.
He clearly doesn't care.
No. His parents care because they have to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah.
Fucking
All the diarrhea and stuff.
Yeah. No, Cheers is taking us out to the mountain just so he can, I don't fucking know, murder us all. That's what it feels like. All alone up on the mountain.
We're going to a cabin in the woods.
Yeah. He's gonna kidnap us. Oh no. His words projected loud through the wide open space, and he raised his arms up with a sound.
Also, I don't think cheese would ever be free. Cheese is too expensive to be free.
That's true. Very true. Yes, free cheese is only on mice traps. That's true. Because cheese is too expensive. Indeed.
Yeah, cheese used to be so inexpensive that you would put it in mouse traps.
Yeah.
And today it's basically worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, it's ridiculous but amazing at the same time. It's just so expensive.
I don't like it. I want more cheese.
It's because you love cheese.
Yeah, I want all the cheese.
Yeah.
Just give me all the tapas cheese. I want tapas.
That's... You're talking about a cheese pâté, right? That's not tapas.
No.
Yes, all the cheese.
A cheese that is part of tapas.
Okay. Usually there's not a lot of cheese for tapas.
No, but you still have.
But why not just have a cheese pâté?
Because I also want all the stuff that is part of tapas.
Okay, I thought you wanted cheese.
I also want cheese.
Okay, so you get tapas, and then for dessert you get a cheese pâté. There you go.
It's called a cheese platter.
That's a dialect issue.
That's a I don't speak fucking French problem.
Sorry if Ohio caught on fire. I'm sorry. Nobody cares, I guess.
I might lean more towards Canadian, but that does not mean that I speak French.
No, because you like the British part.
Yeah.
I just like Japan, so here we are. Complete opposite side.
And yet you speak British. Interesting.
You wouldn't understand me if I spoke Japanese, alright? No one would understand me except for Japanese people, mostly.
Hey, maybe I would have an easier time learning.
Yeah, but maybe not on stream. That sounds like a stupid idea. I'd have to translate everything as well.
Yeah, okay.
Not that I couldn't, but there would be some words where I'm like, what is that again?
Wait, how do you translate again? How do you bake this into English?
And the word like projected, I'm not fucking sure how that's supposed to be said in Japanese. Honestly.
Projected.
Projected? No, that's not. Projecto is project, so be careful with that.
That's why you put the Uru on.
No, that's not how it works. A wall of rustling branches in the distance framed the silhouette of Gio's back. Okay.
Why are you...
Why what?
Why are you so fixated on Gio's body?
I don't necessarily... I think it just caught the main character's eyes because it was framed by the leaves.
Contrast?
Yeah.
Possibly? Okay.
There's nothing by it at the moment. They're children.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm confused.
The forest looked impossibly thick that far from town. If you hadn't just been told there was a way through, you would have thought no one could go further. That sounds like a child's thought.
Yeah.
It's like the emote. Ah! I don't know, every time I stare at it, I'm like, nom nom nom.
No, I just want cake.
We have cake in the freezer, but not cake you like.
No. I want my favorite cake.
Which is...
Rudebilslaug cake.
Yeah, it's the layered cake. I kind of thought that would be the...
It's fairly simple.
It's very, very simple. But no one except for Danish people and Swedish people, and maybe Norwegian people, will know what it is.
It's a layered cake. It's cake in layers.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about the rudebilslaug.
Oh.
Because it's a Swedish thing.
I think... Like... No.
It's a Swedish product.
Because I was gonna, compare them to what we call kisses.
Yeah, they're not exactly the same, though they built the same stuff.
It's kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
Just like chocolate tasting. But the problem is that's also not really a thing outside of Scandinavia.
No!
Because I was like, wait, because they have Hershey's Kisses. No, Hershey's Kisses is chocolate.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, it's British to boot. It's not American or anything else. It's British.
What? No, it's both.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard an American talk about Hershey's, so...
Oh, it's...
Usually it's always British people I know who talk about Hershey's.
The chocolate in America is worse. That's all I can say.
Imagine. Everything
but that's because...
in America is worse. Speaking from experience. Been there.
All the additives and stuff.
Yeah. Corn, sugar.
Yeah. But yeah. But Hershey's Kisses is not the same kind of kisses as we call kisses.
No. Like, Rudebilslaug is basically like egg and sugar and some cocoa, I think that's in it. And it's just hardened in the oven.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. It's very sweet.
It's hardened meringue.
Yeah. Which is just egg and sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's hardened.
Though way more sugar than normal meringue.
Yes.
Extremely sugar.
What are those like from France called? Those like small like buns with cream in that are very, very
Macarons? No, not macarons.
No, not macarons. Macarons is made out of coconut.
Macarons? No.
Isn't it just called macarons? I don't fucking know. Similar to that, but harder. To the outer part.
Yeah.
Because it's
but
also...
those have wheat in, do they not?
I don't know. Well, people know what macarons are. So that's why.
Hey, Macarena. Hey.
That's different.
The Red Fox Ridge Trail. This is its name. Me and my brother and our mom and dad go hiking there sometimes.
Oh my god, he has a brother. Brother.
And a mom and a dad.
Yes.
Well, we know
mom. The mom. She's a teacher. God fucking damn.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
A brother and a dad, apparently.
Yeah. Wow, 4 people, the American dream.
The nuclear family.
Yeah, basically. Jill twists his head over one shoulder, showing the edge of a bright grin, as usual. There's biking trails too, though I'm not allowed to go ride them yet. I gotta be older. Yes, the hot teacher lady. Exactly. Ramona was like, oh god, no, she hot.
That's, she's a fine lady.
She is pretty, but I'm also ace, so I'm not gonna... Yeah. Are you the one who left that comment on the YouTube video? Maybe.
Possibly.
That you answered to?
Or the Reddit, I don't know.
I don't know. He flipped a thumb and the rest of his fingers up and down against each other in a mocking imitation of his parents' past punishments. Yep, that was Val. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Pour up your thing first.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour, don't worry.
Jesus
I'm not gonna
Christ.
speak at the same time.
You're pouring dangerously.
How else am I gonna pour?
A whole like, no, I don't know.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramona's very based.
I don't know how else you're supposed to hold it because you don't have the strength for it.
I don't have the hand size for it. I have very small hands. I can wear children's size gloves.
Technically, I would suggest you put the glass on the table and then use both hands to pour.
That's more dangerous for me. I run the risk of knocking the glass over. That's why I want to hold one with each. And the closer I am to my body, the more stable it is. You have to remember, Ramona, my small brain does not know distances. So I could just be trying to pour very, very, carefully, and then.
Do I need to pour for you?
No, it was fine the way I did it. It worked.
For now?
Yeah. It's worked so far. It's too dangerous for a kid. What if you crashed? What if no one found you? The mountain isn't a joke. Damn parents.
No. It's not.
How dare they?
Be reasonable.
How dare they be reasonable? Damn it. Ironically, he was making a joke out of the not a joke warning. Chio's yakety yak hand puppet shifted into a single armed shrug. Yakety yak. At least we can walk. Is the trail the special thing? You have a brother? You have a brother?
Me?
Yes, you! Darren asked with a high questioning tone. Who else? You're not expecting you to speak to him directly about anything. Exchanges to and from him would normally transfer between Chio or Baxter. True. Yes. Ramona doesn't know Jeremy, and it makes me sad.
I haven't played the first one.
No, you should, just for Jeremy. He's an absolute little ass, and everyone hates him because that's who he is as a child. He hates everyone and everything, no matter how nice you get to be.
Okay.
But then when you meet him, like, in step 4, he's a bit more mellowed down. He's still a bit, kind of like a fuck everything kind of type, but more like,
Yeah.
So, he's not like aggressive anymore.
No.
In that sense. But yes, it's an impression of Jeremy. Oh god!
I'm just gonna do some stuff here.
Oh, you wanna put it over there?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it is he said. Oh no! Right?
That's okay.
Yeah. I think I did that too. On my playthroughs. I think I invited him too. I think I invited everyone. for the wedding. I mean, he's just a better person when he turned into an adult, so. Can't even. What was it that he said to mimic us in a bullying kind of way? He said something. I forget. Yes, you. You're the one who has a brother. I guess. Yeah, he chills out a bit. He definitely chills out a bit.
Well, yeah. His name's Devin.
Devin and Darren. Nice.
Yeah. I don't have other siblings.
Darren and Devin, the Murray brothers. Where was he? How come you've never seen the mystery Murray anywhere? I love that Damien didn't think about, like, you have a dad? Apparently that wasn't weird. Darren simply readjusted his grip on his snack sack, deciding his work answer you was done.
Say like you
Wait, my voice. I tried to make him a little shit. He's a little shit.
Yeah.
It's Sir Damien. I try my hardest, but what skill I have.
Yeah.
I'm better at voice acting in Japanese, believe it or not, for some reason. Baxter, with his greater wisdom, fills you in on an important piece of information.
Devin is 16.
Damn! He's 16?! He's old! Damn, he's old. That was why. Alright. Darren wasn't the same age as you. Chiyoko had said he was 12 when you met. But that still meant his big brother was 4 years older. Not to mention nearly an adult. He's so old. He's basically an adult. Isn't that how it would look from Damien's point of view?
Oh yeah, from Damien's point of view?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Nearly an adult. Sure, 16. You might have been double digits in years, but then it wasn't double digit school grading. Of course he wouldn't hang out with kids like you. I fucking love the children's logic in these games. Oh my god.
Well, if he's a lame brother, that's true, but otherwise, it's like, if he was a cool brother, he would hang out with us. I would say, but...
Yeah! I did not know Jeremy was in a different GB Patch game. I only met him through our life beginnings and always, alas. That's also why I was very excited to see the Baxters in this game. So, I love the little... He's not little. I love the nonchalant shit that he is. It's funny. And wait, how old does that make your mom? She also old? She's practically on her deathbed! Sorry. I'm just trying to think like a child here. Nice, Darren.
Oh.
Old. Alright. Unbelievable. I love children so much.
I mean, I assume she's like in her 30s or something like that.
At least she'd be in 30s.
Probably.
Otherwise, she wouldn't even be 20 when she got Devin. She'd be...
Which is more than possible in America.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. Probably in 30s, if anything. But yes.
Yeah. Like, fucking these days, they get them as young as like 14.
Sometimes.
So.
Because they don't get proper education in America from an early age.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
We have a fairly alright educational system when it comes to that stuff.
Oh, it's...
But...
Far from good enough.
But it's far from good enough.
Far from good enough.
Wow, jerks!
Jerks? Okay. It's cool.
XOXO droplets. Never played myself. The only thing I know about it was that it's about us hitting a bunch of jerks.
Okay.
Alright. I didn't even know they made other games. I only really see these two. Dating a bunch of jerks. I mean, considering my type of characters for like dating games,
yeah,
that'd be too weird. I like little shits.
That would be your perfect game.
Yeah, it would. It would, as long as they had something redeeming about themselves. That's usually the point.
Yeah.
Where?
It would be your seventh heaven. Is it? No. Yes? That's what it's called, right?
Seventh, Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
You're thinking of Final Fantasy. You have Final Fantasy in your brain.
I was like, it's something with a sky and a number. Seventh heaven.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
I don't know if it has any other meanings, but whenever I hear that, I hear Final Fantasy VII.
I assume it's probably a bit of a play on Cloud 9.
Maybe. But they need to have 7 in there.
Yeah.
Because it's, Final Fantasy VII.
and probably couldn't name the bar of Cloud.
No, that would be weird considering our main protagonist is called Cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Even in Japanese, he's called Kuraldo Strife.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
It's like, what would he think if Tifa had decided to call it Cloud 9?
That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Honestly.
Well, I guess in the current game, there's at least Cloud 2.
He may be unconscious, but he's still alive! Barely! She looked like the youngest of the grown-ups you'd met in Golden Grove, but had a kid who was already old enough to drive a car? It's America.
I mean, even in Denmark these days.
Isn't it 17?
They're talking about 16 at least.
Yeah,
whether it's
I
been
think
permitted
like,
or not, I don't know.
I think like driver's license, it was like before you could take it like 3 months before turning 18. And then they changed it to you can take it when you're 17, but you can only drive if you're with someone who's an experienced driver until you're 18.
Yeah.
That's what it is currently, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's moved any further than that. At least not from what I've heard from my little sister, who is now 19. Yes. 19. She's so young.
Well, okay, 16 and 9 months.
Yeah, you can do it 3 months before turning 17 now, but you just can't. It's meant so that you can have your driver's license as soon as you turn 17.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I didn't start until I was 18. I didn't really have a reason to start earlier. And that was when Max was like, how about we get driver's license? And I was like, okay.
I don't have a driver's license.
No, because you don't have money for it.
No, also I don't need it right now.
That too. I just,
bicycle.
Yeah, it was already paid for me because my grandparents did that, so I didn't have to worry about that.
No, everyone I know usually got it paid by
There's
their grandparents.
another one.
This is
Star.
star.
Oh my
Star.
God! Look.
Star.
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 Yeah.
Star.
Star.
It's kind of what I thought. It would work now that
Yeah.
I use the plugin.
Yeah.
So that's nice to know.
It's nice, and thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
We are very, very much appreciative.
Yes.
Yes. But it works. That's good. We got that tested.
Yeah.
Hearts. Yes. This is a kitty with a heart or something. I don't know.
I cannot tell what that is.
It's someone holding on a piece of paper with a heart on.
Yeah, I can see the piece of paper and the heart, but I can't tell what the rest of it is.
Oh, it's a face, I would assume.
Is it a face?
Yeah, it's like big cheeks and then small eyes right under the paper.
I suppose.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell sometimes. Emotes are so small,
Ears are small.
so it could be
You
hard.
can't make them big. They like.
I thought it was a slime.
I mean, it could be a slime. I don't know. My immediate thought was just a kitty for some reason, even though I don't see any ears. I don't fuck.
Why is it not a Dragon Quest slime? You know, the original. Well, not the original, but the classic.
Yeah, the classic blue slime.
Classic blue slime with a spiky top,
Yeah.
looking a bit like a droplet.
Yeah, it does look like a droplet. And if you go by Mabel Story logic, it also has a small like antenna, and then it goes into a little bloop at the other end.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a slime. Doesn't matter. It's a heart. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the 2 hearts.
That's probably why I can't figure out what it is, because it's a slime. It looks weird.
This is the blob.
Exactly.
It still
That for
has
some reason-
cheeks and eyes, though.
Yeah, that for some reason has arms.
Don't worry about it. they can just make them. They're slimes. According to anime, that's how it works.
Okay. Depends on the anime, honestly, but okay.
Well, that time was reincarnated as a slime, says it can be worked that way, so I suppose it can.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, River also turns into a human, but before that, it's still like, can do anything. So.
Oh, God.
What up?
Never mind, let's continue.
Okay. You've been fooled by the pigtail braids. Adults really were hard to figure out.
I don't really care how old she is.
I mean, you're also up there anyways. Who cares? At that
Shut
point.
up.
You're 30!
Even when I was in my teenage years, I wouldn't have cared if she was in her 30s.
Well, she's a MILF, as you would say. So.
Yeah. Until she hits her 40s and it's more of a cougar.
Sure.
Based.
Sure. Just I started to wonder.
Or is that 45?
I don't know.
I forget.
All I remember is that in Japan there are specific elderly women. They're not like hot or anything like that. They're elderly ladies that like basically their social network works like a battalion.
What?
They, no matter what you say to them, they just fire shots right back at you.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Yakuza! Also because you said 45 plus.
Oh, okay.
It's the only type of elderly person I know.
45 plus.
It just made me think of like older than that.
When I think elderly person, I don't even think my parents, who are almost like, who are close to retirement age.
For me, it's like you're old when you retire. That's it. At least when you reach retirement age, some people.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Retirement age, you're old. Fair. Honestly, but it's like you said 45 plus elderly. I was like,
no. Your 45 plus made me think of like what kind of terms do I know for people who are 45 plus? Oh yeah, right, that one Japanese thing.
What's the term?
Obatarian.
Oba what?
Obatarian.
Oh.
Oba for elderly lady and battalion.
Yeah.
You remember the lady? The purple-haired one? With the Jaguar fucking sweater and everything?
Oh god, no.
She always came in your way. Yeah, you're not done with her. She's in other games. She's in the second game, I believe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, now you know exactly what I'm talking about. She is a battalion.
Okay.
Oh, battalion. Yeah, Chio's eyes started to wander, then he slowly turned his head to look out across the lot. You know, it's too bad Uncle probably isn't working. He does a late shift. We could have said hi. Let's assume that's Yosef. I'm pretty sure he called Yosef Uncle, because he's everyone's uncle. In a non-weird way.
I don't remember.
No. I'm pretty sure I remember.
Okay. There might be something about that. It might be tickling something in my brain, but I'm not sure.
It's like a small sizzle at the back of your brain. The bulb hasn't turned entirely on yet. It's just a small sizzle, like something's working, but not quite.
Free drinks, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And maybe gotten more free drinks. If he was here, we wouldn't have a choice but to say hi. Uncle keeps a close eye on what happens in his turf. Nothing gets past him. Yeah, like you trying to get milk in your drink, my boy.
Yeah.
Truth.
Not that you can't get hot chocolate that isn't good without lactose.
No. But I'd imagine this is probably not it's at least like 15 years ago from this time, I would assume.
No. This is like 90s.
I don't know.
It is.
I'm just going by like what beginnings and always was. It wasn't 90s, so maybe zeros. Because they got their own phone when they were at step 3.
How old are they in step 3?
Late adolescence.
I got a phone
18.
when I was 10.
Yeah, 18-ish. Yeah, but it's a bit different here because they have, whatever. Bought them with their own money, so it's not like they got it.
I bought my first phone when I was 14.
You're also privileged for that. A lot of people don't have that.
I suppose it was a cheap phone, honestly.
Yeah.
Phones were cheap back then. It was like a couple of hundred crowns.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
At
like
least
a lot.
you wanted the latest model, yes.
Like, because there was a specific kind of phone I wanted. It was the flip-up phone from Nokia, and I was like, no, not a flip, the slide.
Yeah.
Not flip. The slide up. And it was like, what, 400 crowns?
Yeah.
Which is approximately $20?
I don't fucking know how to calculate into dollars. Do it into euros, it's easier. It's always the same ratio.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of locked with them.
Yeah, we're intertwined.
Yeah.
I
It's
think.
tightly linked.
Yeah, the only for some reason we've decided to keep our own currency. I don't really get why.
The people of the country wanted to keep their own currency, therefore we kept our currency. As one of the only.
The people of the country doesn't always know what is best for them.
No.
It hasn't really done us any good.
No, I mean, again, our value is linked to the euro, so if the euro falls, we fall. If the euro goes up, we go up. Our currency doesn't have an identity like that other than just existing. You know?
It's not like Norway.
No.
What about Sweden? Sweden is part of EU.
Yes. But they also got a referendum for that.
Yeah.
Norway is not part of EU.
No, Norway is not a part of EU. So. I know that much. Which is why Norway has their own.
Yeah, they just have like a trade deal.
Yeah.
Because they're part of Scandinavia, so they kind of need to.
Yeah.
Hey. He'd have to come out by now to talk to us himself. Dear Walder around the face, the 4 of you properly.
When you were in kindergarten? I'm sorry?
That's how early people get phones nowadays.
What the fuck?
I was in like 3rd grade, I think, when I got mine.
Flip phones did not exist when I was in kindergarten.
I don't know.
Flip phones, like, when I got my first phone, it was like one of the early Nokia brick phones. The indestructible phones.
Yeah, no, I got a flip phone when I was in 3rd grade. It was a pink Motorola. So they definitely existed when I was in 3rd grade. That's for fucking sure.
Oh, yeah. They started existing, but that was like...
Mine also doesn't work anymore. My buttons were ripped off by some people who were bullying me. They still worked, but...
they were like the old membrane ones?
Yeah, there's still a button underneath.
Yeah.
It's just like a cover, basically.
Yeah. Well, some of them use graphite.
Yeah, no, if you take it off, there's like a small bump you can press on still.
Yeah.
On the keyboard,
Yeah.
So it's still membrane.
Okay. Which means this is actually a switch rather than a membrane.
Yeah. But it still worked. Just had to remember where the buttons were.
Which wasn't hard,
Nope.
honestly. Because T9 keyboards, best keyboard. Honestly, they're so easy to use.
They are.
Because you could feel your way around and it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah.
Don't even have to look at your phone, just fucking type.
But yeah, I got it in like 3rd grade. So that I would have been 9 or 10.
Now, my first flip phone was a Ericsson. Or was it Sony? No, it was a Sony Ericsson.
Yeah, because they were fused at that
the time.
point. Yeah.
Before it just became Sony.
Yeah. I remember because my mom had a Walkman.
That one had a camera in the hinge that could that you could turn around, so it could be front facing or back facing.
Of course.
So instead of having two cameras, it just had one.
My mom's was that really popular one where you like slid it rotating out.
Oh,
that's the one my mom had.
One of the
Walkman.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I remember that. There was also one that was designed to be a bit like a camera, where you would turn it to be a bit like a digital film camera, stuff like that. There were some weird designs, and I honestly loved it. Phones today are boring.
Yeah.
That's why I want a new. That's why I want a flip phone, because I want to go back to that.
But the flip phones you could get today that you want, because you also want a smartphone, is expensive.
Actually, not. It's less expensive than a normal iPhone.
I mean, yeah, but iPhone is also expensive, but it's still not cheap.
They're not that. Honestly, the issue is phones has generally gotten very expensive. So if you want a proper phone, they're gonna be in the 8,000 range no matter what.
Yeah.
And this flip phone that I have been looking at, you sometimes can get for 5,000. 5,000 to 6,000 instead.
That's, in my opinion, that's still expensive. I know it's common for phones, but it's still expensive.
That's pretty cheap for a flagship phone. That's
it's almost expensive as my laptop.
Yeah, phones are very expensive. But I'm kind of hoping that Apple is going to make one.
We'll have to see.
But they might only make a folding phone, not a flip phone. And if that's the case, then, well, I guess I'll still go over to Samsung then. Because at least they make a flip phone.
Yeah.
Or continue to make one. Motorola made one, reinvented their the Razr flip phone for smartphones.
Yeah.
But they haven't made a new one in many years now, so it doesn't really matter.
No. Whatever.
Have you read this?
Yes.
Okay.
He ended the spin by firmly planting his foot in the ground. If attention wasn't entirely on him before, it was then.
Yes, it works.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
It doesn't always.
In this game, it does.
Yeah. After gaining an attentive audience, Teal launched into a dramatic, according to him, tale. Of course.
Okay, if you want to do that, then
it
go
seemed
ahead.
like it was a problem for you to reach the mouse, so here we are.
Not necessarily.
One time, a few papers from my notebook fell into the parking lot or something. I know that because when I was passing by a different time, Uncle called me over to give them back to me. That never happened. What do you mean that never happens, Stu? You literally lose your papers all the time. What the fuck?
You just don't realize it.
No, I think like just in the prologue you dropped it 3 times. It was 2 days. 2 days! Oh my god. That never happened. Oh, no. Denial, yeah, denial indeed. He stated that definitively, insistently. Well, he's wrong. Every single time I picked up a piece of his paper. Every single time.
Yeah.
Only to immediately lighten up on the guarantee. Except for around Damien and Tamarack. Then it's never. That's not how this works. You two always make them appear out of thin air. No. We didn't really see it happen right in front of us in that classroom.
I think
both of us saw it happen.
We're the only ones who cares enough to pick them up and give them back to you. I think everybody else is just like, fuck that.
Yeah, literally. Darren and Baxter shed a look out of the corners of their eyes. They're like, yeah, no. No. She was much too distracted by his own storytelling to catch it. Darren's mouth tensed. Baxter's quirked up more. They're both like, you don't even know it. You drop them all the time, Adore. He began to wonder if Gio's friends were simply too nice or too nervous to point out how Gio lost papers every other day. Those two must have seen it happen 100 times, and somehow Gio remained calm. He remained certain. Yeah, he's also calm. Remained certain it was an impossibility. Maybe the other club members returned his notes in secret. Oh well, you don't have time for conversation today anyway. The finish line is right ahead. Throw a rallying fist into the air! Woo! Yeah. You snickered to yourself. Gio didn't know when he dropped things or when he was the one using up all the time talking. Like right now. He was doing both. That was how the final stretch of your journey commenced. The diner table was left behind, and so was Golden Grove entirely.
How many fists in the air would you consider to be an awe-inspiring sight?
Define awe-inspiring sight.
Well, something remarkable.
But why fists? I don't get it.
Oh, because of a song called 1,000 Fists in the Air.
But I don't know this song. You know me. I listen to Japanese music.
Well, that's why I was asking, like how many? Because in that one, in the song, they're like when they're all about like when you saw the sight of. Oh wait, is it 1,000 or 10,000?
I don't know.
It's 10,000. 10,000 fists in the air, and sometimes I'm like 10,000. That's
Ichiban no nokuru tenno. Sorry.
Because I just start thinking like 10,000. Is that a lot? It's a lot of people, sure, but if you are at a concert, I suppose it's not really that many.
Context is key.
Yeah, because
just like the Japanese language.
Because that's what I think of when I think of this song. I'm like, okay, well, if it was at a concert, there would probably be more than 10,000.
He's sitting at like a 45-degree angle, falling asleep right beside Pearls. It's like, oh god, can't even sit straight.
No.
And Pearls' head is like 90 degrees, like turned.
But if it was like a demonstration, maybe 10,000 would be a lot.
It's compared to what kind of demonstration it is, I suppose.
I suppose it's true. If it's one of the major cities in America, it might not be.
And it's a major demonstration.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still like 10,000 fists in the air. It'll still be a sight to behold, honestly.
Sure.
Like
sure
everyone's doing it in tandem and for the same cause, kind of thing. It's kind of cool. I would love to see that.
The only time I would imagine you could do that is when we go to the concert in summer.
That's not gonna be 10,000 fists in the air. That's gonna be 20,000 sticks in the air.
Yeah!
Glow sticks.
So true. And you're just gonna be like swinging them at someone you can't even see the face of.
Yeah.
Because she's in a box. She doesn't show her face.
No. Were we allowed to take pictures?
No pictures, no pictures. Movies. Otherwise, the box will turn completely off.
Okay. That's how it was. I couldn't remember if it was like no pictures or no flash.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure. It's often like that at concerts, honestly. Often.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because technically, the music they're doing belongs to the artists and also the company that's sponsoring it. You can't just film shit and stuff.
Oh, those kinds of concerts.
Yeah.
Not just any concert.
No.
Like if it's a band that is like, performing their own music, then,
If they're doing it like an underground musical, I don't think it matters, but this is an official concert.
No. I was thinking more like something like Tinderbox or other things like that.
I still don't think you're allowed to do it at Tinderbox, but people do it anyways. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to.
I've never heard about that.
No.
This was the first time where I heard.
Generally, you're not allowed to take pictures or film anyone without their consent.
It's a bit different when you are a public band. You are a public persona. Still, I understand, but as a public persona, you have kind of have an unwritten contract with society that says that they're more or less allowed to, because.
But Tinderbox is also more like it's closer to a festival than it is to an actual concert.
Yeah, it's a festival, but that's kind of what I was thinking. But still, like even just concerts, I would think that it would still be allowed.
No, I don't think so.
Because
generally, it's not allowed, as far as I know.
What do I know? I don't go to concerts.
No.
I've never really been to a concert before.
No. Oh well.
So that's gonna be my first one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared.
Don't be.
There's gonna be a lot of people.
Yeah, but they're not gonna concentrate on you.
A lot of sweaty dudes.
I think when it comes to the Scandinavian audience, because it probably will be, I don't think you have to be scared about a type like that. There's a lot of female fans of Ado as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
So.
The only context I really have is what I see like idol stuff in anime and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
whereas like these
Ado is not like that.
These like very dedicated fan groups.
Yeah, Ado is the top single artist in Japan, so it's not like an underground or anything like that.
Are idols underground? What?
No, but there are like some idol groups, or in Japan there's so many idol groups, and a lot of them don't really reach much fame except for like a dedicated fan base, right?
Oh yeah, I
Idol is so
that.
popular, it's basically mainstream, right?
But I was
in its fan base, it's mainstream.
Yeah, but I was thinking, the idols akin to is that her name? Or Chiyoko?
Yeah, I mean...
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I don't think we saw
that kind of fame.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's not... Ado is a little bit like, not is she only older, but she's also a bit more mature in the way she does her songs, so... I don't think it's quite as characteristic as that. I think. But it was just like falling over.
The road you followed out had no footpath.
It had no pavement. It was only a thin rocky edge that separated Tamarack from wilderness.
There's still Tamarack, okay. Interesting.
I assume because, it's a stepped-on path, so that's what they mean by tarmac.
No. Tarmac, as the word suggests, tar. It is what you put on roads to make cars able to go on them. That's what tarmac is.
Yeah, but maybe there's a broader definition of it.
Nope, it's not like pavement.
Let me just have a small look here.
Cargo space? No. Cargo road. Cargo tarmac.
God, there's a lot of words for tarmac.
But yeah, tarmac is asphalt.
Tarmac is now asphalt.
Yeah.
Because asphalt concrete has superseded it.
What?
Tarmac.
What?
It has superseded tarmac.
No, what? Concrete?
Yeah, asphalt concrete, that's what it's called.
Asphalt concrete?
That's what it's called.
They're not the same. Asphalt is different from concrete.
Yeah, but the term is asphalt concrete.
I understand that in America, they have a bit of a problem with using a lot of concrete for the roads instead of actual tarmac.
Yeah.
Which means the roads are shit.
Yeah. But that's what it just says here.
Okay.
Asphalt concrete, commonly called asphalt, blacktop, or pavement in North America.
I suppose you can call it concrete.
Or tarmac and bitumen macadam in the United Kingdom. I don't fucking know what that word is. And the Republic of Ireland.
Amazing.
Called asphalt concrete.
Bitumen. Macadam. Oh. I feel like I've seen this word, this description before. But oh well. Anyways, tarmac is tarmac. Tarmac is asphalt.
It is now, yes.
Yes.
It's not made of tar anymore.
No. But we used to make it with tar.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Because that was the easiest way to make the surface sort of sticky.
Yeah.
So the cars wouldn't slide around on it. But now they use concrete, and now they just slide around anyways, because concrete is cheap.
Yeah.
Asphalt is not as cheap. Asphalt. Do they not use tar anymore?
No. Largely no. That's what it said, according to Wikipedia.
Something's in it to make it sticky and soft. And apparently it's not tar.
I don't know.
Are they just putting plastic in it now?
I don't
Rubber?
know. I don't know.
Tar is kind of just liquid rubber.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Though it's more sticky than rubber.
Well, yes, it's liquid.
Yeah, but even liquid rubber.
Oh, yeah.
When you tap rubber from trees, it's also liquid.
I always forget about rubber trees.
Yeah. It's a weird
Like
concept.
actual rubber.
Yeah.
No, when I think rubber, I often think, just plastic rubber.
Oh, no. I was thinking of actual rubber.
Actual rubber has different properties.
Yeah.
That's for sure, but you don't.
Tar is still more sticky.
Do you still use that?
I'm sure some places
Doesn't
do.
it take too long to harvest
I don't know.
compared to the amount of rubber we actually produce?
I don't know. I have no clue. Absolutely none. Are we done having the discussion now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Luckily, it was as devoid of cars as the parking lot had been. The only people passing through was a group of 5 kids.
Oh, we're still in the parking lot. Okay.
Yeah. He wandered along until a patch of dirt opened out on one side of the street.
Okay.
There was a tilted sign with a fresh coat of dust declaring that this was the head of Red Fox Ridge Trail. 6.8 miles and 1,456 feet of elevation gain.
You don't have to say 1,000. You could just say 1,400.
Just because of the way the comma was placed.
Okay.
Made it easier for me to say that. Not to mention, my brain's very Japanese. You can't say 1,400.
Really?
No.
Oh. Interesting. No
Like,
shortcuts.
sure, you can say it, but it makes no sense.
No. So no shortcuts.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
No, absolutely none. No, they have a word for 10,000, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Though they don't have a word for a million. They have a word for 10 million, though.
So what? It's 1,000? No.
1,000, 10,000.
1,000. No, that's too many. It's not 1,000 to 10,000. It's 110,000.
Yes. Sakuman. That's a million.
Huh.
Yeah.
Some numbering systems are weird.
Yeah.
Ours is sometimes even weirder, honestly.
It is weirder because Japanese is kind of like, if you know the numbers from 0 to 9 and then 10 and then 100 and 1,000, 10,000 and then 10 million, you know all numbers.
It's fairly simple from that. Yeah.
Because it's devised like that. It's very easy.
But it's just like, ours is fucking...
half 60s, my dude! Half 60s and 5!
6.5 50s.
Yeah, 6.5 50s.
6.5 60s.
Yeah. Good luck figuring out what those numbers are. Not even our Scandinavian brethren will be able to figure that one out.
Does Norway and Sweden not use the same kind of number?
No. No, they don't.
Are you sure about that?
You not remember the comic where Norway's brain just broke because of the numbers?
Right.
They don't.
Oh.
They use a different system. They don't say it like that. They don't use halves, I'm pretty sure. Stuff like that.
No, and
Not that the halves ever make sense.
do they say the ones before the tens?
I don't know.
We might be the only ones who says ones before tens. That's also why everything is so weird.
I mean, German does that too.
They do?
Yes. 22.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Probably why we're doing it. But they still don't say half for some tens. Like we do.
Half 60s. Half 90s.
No, halvfems is half 50s.
Right.
Which doesn't even make sense because half of 90 is 45. But whatever. And halvfjerds is half 40s.
Yeah. It's like...
And 80 is... fierce. What is that even?
Fierce, that's just 80.
Yeah. But it's like translated it like directly.
It's just 80. There isn't really like, it's not weird like that. The whole, not whole, that's the wrong. The even numbered ones are simple. Yeah, that's
generally true.
So it is.
And the 50, like 50, which is halvtreds, is half 60s.
Yeah. So it goes like 10, 20, 30, 40, half 60s, 60s, half 40s, 80, half 50s.
Yes, half 50s.
And then 100.
Makes absolutely no sense.
No.
But we grew up with it, so we just know. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it at all.
I need to look into why that's the case. Who the fuck came up with this?
And who do you have to kill in your dreams for making that system?
I don't personally have a problem with it.
No.
Because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
So I just know it, but I just want to know more about it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, true. The way it unfolded made a streak of pebbles feel playful, like the red fox that the rich had left it behind only minutes ago, and was daring you to chase after its root.
Oh, root? Through here.
There it was suddenly in front of your eyes. It was a startling appearance to come after your imaginations. His spiky blonde hair and striking orange sweater was oddly fox-like. Okay. The red fox boy screwed up his face in confusion. Darren almost asked what that was about, but didn't. He kept going. He's like, what the fuck are you looking at me for?
He's so shy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He's being a little shit about it.
Yeah.
You all did. There was no going back now. Advancing under a canopy dense... or is it a canopy? Or canopy? I don't fucking know.
That's a canopy.
Yeah, right?
Even though it's not two ends, but it's still fast.
Yeah.
It's a fast end, even though it's not two ends. I'm pretty sure.
English is fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
A canopy dense enough to cover the entire sky. You made your way through the forest. All right, ick, gross, I hate nature. Let me out. Please, I want to go back to the town.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no one spoke during the trip. Not to you to explain anything, not Tamarack to ask when you'd be there.
Yeah, English is fucked. Honestly.
Yeah, English is really, really weird.
It's a hodgepodge of all kinds of different languages.
Yeah, it is really.
And a lot of it makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh my god, English is just so weird. Past the sounds of footsteps and snapping twigs, you could hear the bubbling of water. It became more and more clear until the woods parted, smoothed away by an old stone bridge, as though the earth was wearing a beret in its leafy hair. A crumbling set of stairs led to a trickling stream below. What?
I like that. Oh, it is working. Cool.
What?
If you look up at our overlay.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, it's just the latest follower.
Yeah.
That works. So that's nice.
It came up as soon as I didn't see it over in the recent events. I saw it up in the overlay when I saw it. It's been the entire time.
I saw the pop-up that came up.
I saw the I didn't hear the sound.
You didn't hear the sound?
No!
Oh, right! You don't have OBS connected to your headset.
No! Exactly, because we use Mixline to have both headsets connected. So I didn't hear it.
Right.
But I just, which is probably fine, but I saw it up there.
I heard it.
Yeah, I could hear you heard it, so I was like, it's not a problem, it's just my end. But I saw the overlay. That's what I'm saying. It's finally working, yay!
Well, sort of. But as you can see, it's like, that's supposed to be a solid color. That's not a fucking solid color, that's a fucking gradient, you little shit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well.
And I fucking hate it.
If just the background could be, like, invisible.
Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, a solid color, then I can make it basically invisible.
No.
No, because it's a gradient, not a solid color.
Yeah.
The fuck are you on about?
Oh well. There was no mistaking it. This was the special thing. Look at Tamarack. Tamarack sucked in a whistling breath and did not let it out. Cheeks fully puffed out, and she stamped her feet as if she was revving up an engine. And then she was gone. Tamarack shot ahead, leaping from step to step until she was frolicking in a little valley below. Wait for us! Please, Tamarack, don't run! Juice shouted after her, and then had the thought to move after her as well. He and Darren darted for the way down together, though Chiyoko took a shortcut by jumping off the stairs at the halfway point.
What stairs? Sure. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think
I have to imagine this.
It's a visual novel, imagine it.
What'd you stab?
Baxter whispered lightly to you. He's saying it about Chiyoko, but he's just like saying it to you. It's not a warning, because he was worried. It was a big kid's test to see if it'd shake your nerves. He danced down the stairwell right after without a care in the world. That didn't change anything for you, honestly. You barreled forward as quick as anyone, and you reached the bottom totally fine.
There's the stairs.
There's the stairs. Hey, Darren, you can leave the bag near the stairs. We'll leave them later. Chiyoko took huge strides down the slight hill, holding out his arms for balance. He joined up with Tamarack, who'd crouched by the water. Are there fish in there? Or frogs?
Yeah, we don't have this kind of, Wait, I had the word.
Pearls! I can hear that! Stop that!
What's it called? Not environment, environment texture. What the fuck, brain?
What do you mean by environment texture?
You know, the rocky, hilly kind of like, because you know, Denmark is nothing but a sand pit.
Biome? I don't fucking know.
Not biome.
No, I don't know. We don't have this kind of nature. I don't know the word either. Environment's the only thing I come up with.
That's not it.
At most we have is like hills. Our tallest mountain is a hill.
Yeah.
That's what we can say about that. If there were any, her yelling and stomping would have scared them to the other side of the state.
We have many buildings that are taller than our tallest mountain hill.
The Sky Mountain. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It reaches towards the sky.
Yeah.
It's not a mountain. It doesn't reach towards the sky. There may be a tower on top of it, but it's a hill.
I don't think you can really translate it into mountain. I know it.
That's what we call it in Danish.
I know we say bjerg.
Yeah.
But I think bjerg is a little different than mountain.
No.
Honestly.
No, I don't think that's the point of it. It was literally just the tallest point we have.
No, I get that much. I was just more saying that the meaning behind bjerg is different compared to the meaning behind mountain. It's not as extreme as a mountain. I think a bjerg could also encompass hill.
I wouldn't, because we have a word for hill. We also have a word for a tall hill.
Which is?
Bakkehøj. Literally just hill tall.
No, I see that as different. That's not what I... No, I see Bakkehøj as the top of the hill.
No, it's just a big hill. Okay, Apollo. It's fine.
Why do I feel like that says top of hill?
It doesn't.
There's something about the høj at the end that makes me think it's the top.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But what if I do worry about it?
No, you can worry about it after the stream. We wanted to finish this moment, right? Today?
I know.
So, maybe? I think I saw something moving in there before. But it's a great place, huh?
You are also kind of enabling me.
Slightly.
At times.
But that's because I
Not
do want you to discuss, I just don't want you to needlessly discuss.
Sometimes it is not by choice that you enable me. How about a break?
If you want to take one,
Should we take a break?
you can do that. We've been going for 1.5 hours, give it a take.
Yeah. So, remember, a break for us means a break for you. So get up, stretch, get some water, cycle your fluids.
Cycle your fluids. Go pee.
Yeah.
That's what Ramona is saying. You can always pee.
If you need to take some medicine, take some medicine.
Yes.
That kind of thing. So we'll be back in just a bit.
Yeah. Dance. Yes, we show all the emojis. Or I saw them while you were at the toilet. Pearls, that's my pen.
Pearls.
Whatever.
That's not why I took you out.
You can have the pen, Pearls.
As long as you don't fornicate.
Thank you for being patient.
Yes.
Ramona had to poop, I think. So here we are.
You don't have to tell them.
It's completely fine.
I have abdomen problems. That's just how it is.
Yeah, you probably have IBS. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna just mute us for a second because I'm gonna open a can.
Yeah.
There you go. As you saw, both of our things reacted because that's how loud it was.
Yeah. You're very loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Tamarack's rosy face went blank for a blink. Was it a great place? You haven't clicked into the game again, I'm pretty sure.
No, I haven't. I know.
I wouldn't be able to use space even if I wanted to.
No. I was just thinking like...
People with their bodily functions. Yeah, I know, right? How dare they? How dare they have bodily functions?
Yeah. No, I was just thinking like great place. Well, that depends on what you mean by great, honestly. It has many meanings.
Yeah.
Like great as in big? Like...
No, I think like it's a cool place. Ow, Pearls! What the fuck?
Did she bite you?
She break my finger!
Okay.
She's busy with my Apple Pen. Oh well. All the anticipation.
Well, I guess it's not a pineapple pen.
No, it's not a pineapple pen. No. And a build up. All the joy from the incredible realization of the answer burst forth in a grand cheer.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. Pen apple? No, I forget.
Pineapple pen.
Pineapple pen.
He also says a pineapple.
Yeah, he also has one.
Don't worry about it. Japanese songs, I swear to God.
Was it Japanese?
I'm pretty sure it was Japanese.
I could have just have easily been Indian, honestly.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Japanese. It's at least Asian, that's for fucking sure.
Like India.
Southeast Asian.
Okay.
Indians don't look like other Southeast Asians.
No, you just said Asian.
Yeah.
So I was like...
Southeast Asian.
Okay. Fair. That's different.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes! It's a special thing! Sure thing, Tamarack. How come this isn't your hideout, Chio? It's more secret and better!
Do you think it's spooky to be here by yourself? Okay. It's just a bridge, you know?
Yeah, but you don't like nature, remember? What does page 2 say?
Does a stone bridge
out in the middle of nowhere? With no one to help you?
A stone bridge?
There are children. Anything scary?
Oh, that's not what I meant. I was more thinking, does a stone bridge constitute as nature? It's man-made.
It is, but it is using human resources. I don't know.
Using what?
Human resources. Oh my god. Nature's resources. I am tired, apparently.
No matter what we make, we use nature's resources.
Well,
we don't have anything but nature's...
synthesize things. I wouldn't call that nature's resources.
It has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, but synthesized stuff is not organic, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter. What's on page 2?
Since when have stones been organic?
I don't know how stones are built up chemically, so I can't say anything about that.
We don't consider stones organic because it's not living.
Oh, that's not what organic means. Alcohol isn't organic, or it is organic, but it's not living. Organic just means that it is mainly comprised of carbon and hydrogen binds, or I forget what they're called.
Which I'm pretty sure stone isn't.
I don't know how stone's made. I don't know. That's something I learned.
Stone's made of stone.
Wow. Wow.
It's no, it's not a crystal.
Nope.
That it is not.
Crystals are not organic. They don't have carbon in them.
But they're very... Crystals don't have carbon in them?
No, they're salt. All crystals are salt.
Diamond is not a crystal?
Nope.
Oh.
It is not, as a matter of fact.
Huh.
Diamonds are special. That's why they're worth more.
They're worth nothing, honestly.
True, but that's not what I meant. They're hard to get. My cat says hi. We say hi back to you, kitty. I would say our cat would say hi too, but she currently doesn't give a crap.
No, she's just sleeping.
She's sleeping.
Right on the balcony.
I guess one of our birds says hi.
Yeah. She's right here.
Yeah, on your shoulder.
Oh, you got up some...
Yeah, but it didn't hurt, so I assumed it was okay.
No, that's not what I... it's, the sheath.
Yeah.
That's... she got up some sheath.
Oh, no. You cannot walk on the keyboard. You cannot walk on the keyboard.
If you look at the two characters and Chio's character, the
one with the longer hair.
The lower bird, the one with the pearls. It's pearls.
Yes, that has the pearls. It's pearls. The one currently out.
Yeah, she's out because she's tame.
Yeah.
The other one not tame.
The gray one he's not tame. He's like accepting the environment when he's out.
He's getting better.
But he's not hand-tamed at all.
No. We're trying.
And Aiko is just not the most social cat.
No, but sometimes she needs my attention, and when she needs
your attention only.
Yeah. I didn't say your attention, I said my attention.
Yeah.
And when she needs my attention, she gets my attention.
Yeah.
There is no other way around it.
It's either you give her attention right away, or you will give it later because she put her claws into you.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's like, if I don't give her attention, she will wreak havoc.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's
on page 2.
Page 2.
We're smiling ear to ear, you were joyful, threw your hands in the air. How disappointing. What was special about a bridge?
That place was creepy. Awesome!
Yeah! What do you want to say?
I wouldn't call this creepy. I would call this place idyllic.
They're children. Remember, they're children.
That doesn't make something...
It's black or white. For children.
That doesn't make it spooky.
All I'm saying is, as a child, I never thought of any nature as idyllic. That's for fucking sure. It's either nice, or creepy in a good way, or creepy in a bad way. Squidges. Oh god, she's falling. On her own volition, I might add. She just wants the hand. Only Ramona's hand.
Ow.
And she did not want it anymore. It's just to get out.
I don't know. I don't see the idea of this being creepy, but...
No.
What do I know?
But it's still funny. Azab!
Yeah, let's tease him.
Teased you. Because it's not a hideout. It's just outside.
Oh. That's a Patreon beta.
Yeah, I'd imagine there probably is, yeah. More of this game.
Does that cost a lot?
I don't know how much you have to pay for that. You say is to take your phone out.
Yeah, just continue.
Okay. Besides, it takes too long to get here. I need a place I can hide out in whenever I need to. Tamarack basks in the glow of her own excitement. Everyone there was happy, but her joy outshone all else. Oh, fuck!
What'd you do?
Accidentally pressed twice because my fingers twitched.
Oh my god.
Then she sprung onto her rainbow-clad feet again. There was more yet to see.
Ow, ow, ow.
She pushed your hand!
Yeah, but she's also biting my hand.
Yeah. She's like, you're in the way! She's all over the place. Climbing over bossy stones and looking under them too. The group spread out to explore. The air there cooled you through. You could feel its chill against the roof of your mouth and teeth with every breath, like the aftermath of eating a mint. Oh, there'll be some big update. Well, I mean, I guess they have updated the demo from time to time. I haven't actually played the demo until this one came out, because I didn't know there was a demo until Steam Next Fest. I think I actually saw it.
Ow.
But I guess there'll be no new updates for the demo soon, at some point.
Cool.
Hello. Hi. It wasn't only the awesome season and the wind rushing across the valley, though those were two parts of why. Being so close to water added a third layer to the unique type of cold you experienced at this special place. It really was a land set apart from everything else. Yeah, what's that? No, Pearls, no. No. You cannot walk on the keyboard. I'm using it. While clambering about, Tamarack imagined a fairy tale about a mysterious creature that lived under the bridge.
Oh, you can beta test, yeah.
Yeah. She'd never set foot there until that day, but was certain she was an expert on its hidden history.
For some reason I need to be 18 plus for this.
I assume it because it handles some pretty mature things. Yeah, like, I know someone from another streamers community who also really likes these games, and they also said like there has been a demo out. I didn't know that when I saw this one that was completely new. So I didn't know what they were talking about before was an earlier version.
There's a new beta build from yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So.
Completely new beta build, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I actually asked the other person. That's the main dude from Beginnings and Always. His name's Cole Holden.
You get some pins.
Oh my god, yeah. Because he always comes into your room through the fucking window. You live on the second floor, right? For American standards, that is. There's no ground floor in America.
Right, yes. I had to be like, wait, how is it working again?
Yeah. He always climbs up the tree and through the window.
Oh.
Unannounced. All the fucking time.
Okay.
I find it so hilarious when he does that.
Hey! Pearls.
She's still doing it.
Pearls. Stop. Yeah, you have to stop. Interesting.
Yeah, Cole Holden is the main boy from the other game. He's a cinnamon bun that must be protected. That's for fucking sure.
And obviously, 3 hours ago, they posted a March 2025 wrap up.
Yeah.
They seem to do like a month end post. So.
They're steadily working on it. On Steam, they also said they're basically done with step 1 and are currently working on step 2. So.
Our life March Madness. What? Shopping, grown up, long days, sandcastle, fireflies, wave.
Yes, the firefly sandcastle. That's all like things that happens in the Beginnings and Always.
Charles.
You have to stop pulling your feathers. Yeah.
You have to stop.
You have to stop that. You can't do that.
It's bad.
Even if it's itchy. Pearls? Hey. Yeah. It hurt so much she took her beak away from the feather. Here, give her this to play with. Maybe she wants to play with it.
It's mostly just in your hand she wants to.
See, no, don't put it close to her. Let her come to it. That was exactly like her. Eventually, Tamarack made a different kind of explanation to the crowd. I'm gonna cross the bridge now. Okay. You've already begun inching that way. Yeah, check it out. I'll think about what to do while we're here. We could play a game or something. Chew, Baxter, and Darren stood as a unified front on that come up with a plan, despite Chew doing all the talking. Okay, I'll come back later. Oh, what do you want to do? I want to cross the bridge too!
Did we not cross the bridge?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
we went down the stairs before the bridge.
Oh, I thought we crossed the bridge and then down the stairs.
No.
What the fuck do I know?
Apparently not.
It's hard to tell with VN sometimes.
Yeah. Which choice do you want to take? It's only Tamarack that's going across.
Yeah, do the second one.
You're gonna probably have to do that with
Yeah, it's probably a little hard for you to use arrow keys.
Yes. Then come on! Let's go see the bridge! The boys waved you off on a short trip. Tamarack skipped up the stairs and you climbed them too.
No, that's not the one I clicked on. Is the one I clicked on? Damn it! Oh. It is Tamarack Step 2 DLC CG.
Okay.
But I can't see it.
I'm pretty excited. I also just like that they just released the add stuff to the demo. I'll let Ramona read what you wrote.
Apparently the main dev considered releasing the game episodically recently and had a poll for the community to decide. There was an almost... wow.
Yeah.
Wanting for it to be released episodically, and people who wanted a full release or didn't care. So they settled on release the game full when it will be done, but make the demo even bigger. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
She's big and scary.
I mean, it's not really hard for them to just make a bigger demo.
No, they're just adding things,
especially because the full game itself is technically free.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the DLC stuff you're gonna have to pay for.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm also pretty excited for when the game is finally finished.
Yeah.
So I played Beginnings and Always so many times. I don't even remember anymore.
I love Tamarack. Tamarack is...
I mean, she's adorable.
I love her energy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good compromise, yeah. Yeah, it's like, you love Tamarack, I love Chew. It's gonna be hard. Oh boy.
Well, you said I could decide, so...
Yeah, I know. This is your playthrough.
Hey,
I can play it on my own afterwards.
Yeah.
With my own choices. At the top, Tamarack wasted no time running along the stones. But neither did you, obviously. You remained side by side. Oh, she's not beating squirrel allegations. She's one big squirrel.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
Let's see, Pearls, you pulled out some stuff.
You cannot pull out your feathers, Pearls. Maybe you need to be misted.
I think we might have to change bottle. I don't think the big droplets is a good idea.
No.
I think we need better mist. So change over to my bottle, the green one.
Yeah.
I think instead would be a good idea.
Look at her face.
Yeah.
Tamarack glanced at the trees clinging with thick roots to the hillside and then carved blocks that created the path suspending you above ground, completely enchanted. From those fantastic stories and the sparkles in her eyes, Tamarack might have believed there was real magic to be found here. You went to the opposite end, peered into the mountain path beyond, then looped around the way you'd come. Halfway on the second crossing, Tamarack paused to glance over the valley. Look at them down there, so little. Wow! Tamarack was smiling softly over that. But then, with no warning, her lips stretched into something mischievous. Tamarack's gaze had gone far away. He silently gripped the strap across her shoulder.
She's biting me.
Yeah, of course she is. When the idea finished coming to life in her mind, Tamarack got to action, starting by taking the bag off and dropping it on the bridge with a thud. Next, Tamarack crouched down to undo the front straps. What are you looking for? She giddily hee-heed. I have an idea. Tamarack rummaged around inside with both hands and her tongue sticking out. Until... Got it!
Got him!
Nope!
These nuts!
God damn it. I mean,
she probably has nuts in there, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. She had cashews, we know that.
Yeah. So...
Again, I also find that joke funny.
Again, squirrel.
Yeah. Nothing else about that. She yanked out a lumpy bumpy something. You only got a glimpse before she was gone. Tamarack rushed to the railing and just about tackled the stone wall. She jutted her face over it. She needed to lean into her tiptoes to get that far. The vantage point was used to great effect as Tamarack let out a shout that echoed through the entire valley. Boys! No, I know they're not nuts, they're seeds, but we call them cashew nuts!
Yeah.
Even in Danish, we call them cashew nuts.
Yeah. They're nuts by name only.
Yeah. It's close enough. At least for children.
Just like we call it strawberry.
Yeah.
It's not a berry.
No.
These nuts? Lantern these nuts.
Yeah, it's just... That joke is so funny, because every time I just think of AI the Somnium Files. Nirvana Initiative. Where you're just looking at a lantern. And then Tama just goes, Lantern these nuts! Like, this comes out of nowhere. But not for her. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, she needs to be preened.
Yeah, she's getting preened, yeah.
Yeah.
Intrigued by what was happening, you approached the railing and glanced below. There was a very confused boys' club gathered in a bunch, looking straight up at you and Tamarack. They had moved from one side of the stream to the other at some point.
Oh.
What?
She's biting me.
Okay. Tamarack thrust a closed fist out over the side of the bridge. Between her fingers was the bag of cashews from before I knew it! She shook it about. Tamarack had a challenge. If I throw these cashews from up here, you think you can catch them? Oh no! Pain!
I'm sorry.
Every eye and mouth in the audience popped open wide in surprise. They're like, what the fuck is this girl on? And then the crowd went wild. They reached their hands to the sky, shouting in unison. This reminds me of one of the DLCs of Beginnings and Always, where you go to the birthday party and you have to throw like candy to each other. And if you choose the right options, you obviously win. It's the same thing, like you have to move further away and then throw it into the other one's mouth.
Yeah.
Much fun. Yeah! It was like seeing a nest of baby birds when their mom dangled dinner overhead. Tamarack chuckled again. Yeah, she just wants to be preened, but they're painful.
Sometimes I hit a little painful part. It's also hard to get the inner...
Yeah, that's true. Just gathering shit in her backyard. We made a competition out of that. It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just a squirrel. That's so true. But what animal would she be then?
A weasel?
I don't know.
I'm Joey. It's always hard to get the inner parts of the sheath. Because then you end up pulling on the feather.
And it's not ready. Oh.
No, it's not. It's not that it's not ready. It's the problem is when you start pinching on it, you accidentally also at the same time is pulling.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I
feather.
mean. It's still sensitive, the feather itself.
Yeah.
She pulled from the edge part way to settle on the balls of her feet.
Lion.
Yeah, I see that. He's a bit of a leader type as well.
I'm a lion.
That's the constellation. That's different.
I'm supposed to be a born leader.
You're not a born leader.
If it wasn't for my mental issues, I probably would be.
Maybe. I don't know what constellation I have, because compared to who you ask, I have one or the other. Because I am born on the day where it changes. So that's nice.
Because you're born a mutant.
Sure.
But no, it's just more like when it comes to projects and stuff like that, I'm pretty good at taking charge.
Yes, being the organizer, the coordinator, that's what you do. That's also what I do. So I like
especially if I
having
need
an
to.
overview.
I can step up to that role. Otherwise, I'm more or less just kind of like hands off. But if need be, I will step up and take charge.
For projects.
So I could definitely see myself being a born leader if it wasn't for my upbringing.
Yeah.
My childhood trauma.
Yeah. At a normal talking level, Tamarack spoke words for you. If they miss, the animals can eat it. It's just nuts. See, she said it's a nut. It's a nut.
Are you nuts?
Yeah. You can throw them too. Or you can go down if you want to catch. The boys aren't gonna know where to hit them when we start dropping cashews.
Yes.
you have to choose it.
No. Right. Oh, squeechy. Yeah. You squeechy.
The boys better watch out. They're about to lose to me. That's also a good one.
You hit some high notes. Well, I don't. Is it really high notes? It's just it hurts me ears sometimes.
That's what happens when you yawn.
Yeah.
That's how it feels when you yawn.
Okay. Not for me.
No, because it comes from inside you. So I hope it sounds like a good scene. What choice do you want to make? That one? Woo! This is the funniest part.
Funnest part.
Funnest part? Was that what you said?
Yep.
That's funny. Look, she has the bag of cashews there. Tamarack pulled open the zip-sealed pouch of ammunition. She plopped it on the edge between you and her. You would have plenty to work with. Who knew packing a full-size bag of cashews would come in handy for something like this? Tamarack, you guessed. The leader of this new game selected one single cashew off the top. She stretched out over the drop again. In 2 fingers, she just... Sorry. Got some air there. I'm better now. Tamarack daintily dangled the first prize. Paper airplanes and now cashews. Tamarack certainly liked throwing things at people. Now I can't unsee her just being a squirrel. Ready? Another unanimous clamor rose from the boys' club. Ready! The flick of her wrist and no final warning, the knot sailed through the air. Players scrambled to be wherever the cashew was gonna land. It went straight down, bounced against the stone, and rolled away, never to be seen again. No one even got close. Wow, you guys suck! The gang's desperate fever fizzled. Awkward glances were sent about the field. Yeah. Thank you for putting that mental image. I didn't realize it until you said it, and now I can't unsee it again. That was just a test one. His excuses amused the other kids, getting slight smiles to spread. But there is truth in it. The players had a much better idea of the landing zone. Maybe next time, or the time after, somebody would get something.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Somebody touch my spaghetti! Yeah. That reminds me of Spirit of Justice. Only because of fucking Nico's playthrough.
Oh.
When they repossessed everything, he's like, somebody touch my spaghetti!
Oh, yeah.
They repossessed the spaghetti!
Yeah, they took
the fake spaghetti!
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah.
The stiff spaghetti.
Yeah. Here we go! Someone as enthusiastic as her wouldn't stick to that pace. It was only the starting shot after all. She shoveled cashews into both her palms, then shimmied her arms back and forth above their heads. The nuts jiggled from her hold without pause, at least until she had to reload. The game was on. You let loose one nut after the other, flinging them carelessly.
Yes. I am Kaz.
Is that what you got? Yeah. The frenzy reached new heights as everyone went in dizzying circles, tumbling over uneven ground and leaping for the golden-ish colored medals. Baxter took the simplest method to caching stuff. He used his hands to snatch at the falling snacks. That sounds like Baxter. He wouldn't open his mouth. He's too cool for that shit. Gio and Darren bent their necks to face toward the sky. They attempted to sink a nut directly into their open mouths. Because that's the kind of kids those two are. You've been way righter than you thought when you'd picture them as chicks hoping for food before. Yes. Oh, squitchy squitch. Oh, itchy. The waves of cashews Tamarack and you sent down were unforgiving. It more than kept the Boys Club on their combined 30 toes. They'd need double the amount to even try keeping up. Sure, Damien. In the heat of the competition, you glimpsed the coming of a big mistake. It happened faster than anything could be done to stop it. Gio and Darren slammed directly into each other because they're not looking where they're going. They're putting their mouths in the air. The impact brought both toppling over, directly onto Baxter. Nice.
Yep. Okay.
Have a good work day.
Hopefully it'll be uneventful.
I mean, that's compared to what kind of job you have.
I don't know. Hopefully it won't suck.
Yes.
Let's say that.
Be a good day at work, hopefully.
Yes.
We hope to see you again sometime.
Yes.
Since we usually stream at around this time anyways.
Yeah.
So, it will be nice. But we will see you. Yes, keeping his eyes ahead didn't save him. Baxter went down with the rest of his club. The trio landed in a heap as helplessly as the cashews no one caught. Two boys rolled on their backs in the grass, holding their poor faces. The third was flat out on his stomach, blinking in surprise. That was awesome!
What a bunch of crash dummies! Yeah.
Tamarack cupped her hands together, stopping any more cashews from falling. Are your hats okay? From youngest to oldest, the group started climbing to their feet again. They brushed off leaves and grass and the cobbled cashew pieces sticking to their clothes. Baxter helpfully plucked debris off his buddy's backside so they couldn't reach. Gio inhaled deeply, tilted far enough back to drop his hood onto his shoulders, and responded to the concern loud enough for all to hear. I'm good.
You're supposed to shout.
Gio doesn't shout. He's too cool for that shit.
They just said he shouted.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to make that voice and shout at the same time.
I suppose.
The Boys Club had a little group talk afterwards, but that part was too quiet for you to hear. It ended with Gio shooting off a thumbs up, so things must have been A-okay. That reminds me of Secret Life. Where Green's like, everything is A-okay, and they're just talking about breaking up a fucking Warden and a Wither at the same time.
It reminds me of a song. From my favorite band. They have a song called A-OK. A-OK.
Okay, of course they do. This Motion City soundtrack. Yeah.
Well, I said my favorite band.
Yeah,
what
I mean,
other
I was just
band would it be?
I just want to make sure that I knew what it was. That's
yeah. Just, remembering, right?
Yeah.
He was...
I
liquids. Mucus, more or less.
Yeah. Just get some juice.
Alright.
I assume we have only maybe an hour left of this one. Because I assume we might not have to like walk home again.
Is this your...
And so the event resumed, more carefully this time. Baxter caught another nut, then a good few more after. His palm gradually filled with cashew chunks, which was not easy to pull off. But he's so cool. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's from the first album.
Yeah, especially with how wild the barrage was. But then the unbelievable happened. One of the nuts dropped directly into Darren's gaping mouth. Darren was so surprised something hit his tongue that he coughed and spat the cashew out.
It is sandwiched in between modern chemistry and autographs and apologies.
Sure.
They have some funny titles.
Yeah.
And there's also capital H, red dress. Red dress is just, I like the red dress.
That didn't diminish the glory of the feat. Yeah.
Pearls.
Dinkelberg.
Yeah, you need to stop. Yeah, you have to stop. You have to stop.
Yeah.
It's also time for you to sleep soon.
Yeah. In fact, it only proved for sure that he'd done it. You could make that out even from the top of the bridge. All eyes were on Darren again, though for entirely different reasons than a minute ago. Hey!
Stop, Pearls.
Stop!
Maybe I should just put her to bed.
Yeah, baby.
Just give me a second.
It's bedtime now for you, Pearls.
Oh, okay.
She already pooped.
I just didn't see anything come out.
Meanwhile, his gaze had suddenly gone up to you. The nut he caught was one of yours. You stuck your tongue out in response. Fuck you, Darren! Baxter and you crowded around the champ, slapping his shoulders and ruffling his hair. This was technically a competition against each other, but if one of them was triumphant, it was a victory for the entire club. Darren grinned at the attention, breathing hard from exertion. His cheeks and the spot where Chiyu's face had smacked into his chin were all red. Still, the bag wasn't empty. Tamarack didn't declare this over yet. This would be the last hurrah! Welcome back.
Hurrah!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, my ear. I don't even think the mics picked the loudness up.
It was also, well, a bit different, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's mention we have a heart limiter on, so.
That's true. Doesn't stop it from peaking, though.
No. No, because it's basically like ultra compression. So if you do too fast, the compression can't kick in before it's too late.
No, we're in perfect rhythm.
Soon the bag that had been so stuffed it could hardly close was left barren. Only a few broken bits and salty dust remained in the folds of the plastic. It's a plastic bag? I thought it was a fabric bag. Never mind.
No, it was a Ziploc bag.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot already. Tamarack brushed her hands together and made the call. That's all the cashews. Val's actually face reminds me of one of the OCs I made for Umideko.
Oh.
Because Pining made one with this actually kind of I should make some emotes. I just don't know how many you can have on Twitch when you're not
Partnered?
When you're not affiliated, that's what it's called. Not partner is further up. Affiliated is the first one you get.
Do you want to know?
Sure, you can look it up while I say it's 0.
I'm pretty sure it's 0.
Okay.
It's not like Discord where you can just,
No.
Let me just check. Twitch.
That stamped out the excitement quicker than when the first nut hit the ground. Gio bent forward like a sacking bag of nuts. His head hung low and his arms dangled down in front of him. It couldn't have been a more exaggerated show of disappointment. You could make it out clearly, even from way up there. On the flip side, the mastermind of the event was lighter than air. It was great! Tamarack plopped both her elbows on the stone railing. She propped up her cheeks and her palms and made her wide smile all squished, and it got her face messy with cashew crumbs. She didn't care about either. The boys' club is pretty funny. Remember when they all fell down? Me and Up are gonna love hearing about this. Tamarack rested there, giggling and tapping the back of her heels together. It was until her attention was taken by one of the funny boys' club boys. Yes, that was how it was read. Hey, meet us at the stairs. Gio stuck one arm towards the spot. He used his other hand to cup his mouth. We're gonna eat the other snacks. Coming! News of a new activity made Tamarack bounce in celebration. She was energized for the next bit of fun. Though she didn't do any of the tiring work during the game. Yeah! Snacks! I'm gonna eat all of them. Tamarack shoved and ransacked the bag into her top overall pocket, donned her bigger pack, and skipped across the bridge. She wouldn't litter, that was for sure. He returned to the well below the bridge with her. With treats at the ready, the entire group regathed on the steps nestled onto the hillside of the valley. 3 kids settled down, the shortest one at the highest point, going up in size and down in level from there. Tamarack had come from the top, so she didn't go too far towards the ground. Gio took the lead for his club and sat on the step directly under her. Darren was on the top spot behind Gio. Baxter, however, only leaned his shoulder against the cobblestone wall, because he's so cool. Where you want to sit? You can sit on the exact same step as Tamarack, or Gio, or Darren. Or you can sit one step above Tamarack, or a step lower than Darren, or just stand.
Why not? Where's Baxter?
He's not sitting. His shoulder's leaning against the cobble wall.
Okay.
So he's not sitting. As I said, he's so cool. Tamarack excitedly squeezed next to you on the mossy slab. You sat together at school, you were together throwing knots, and you'd sit together right there too. Your seat was a little damp and a whole lot hard, but it was great to finally not be on your feet. You'd walked through the whole town, explored the special place, and were standing during the entire Cashews of the bridge game.
Considering that the page for emo sluts. Emo sluts! Anyways,
Nice.
Emo sluts only talks about affiliate and partner.
Yeah.
I would assume that it is only
probably
affiliate and partner. Affiliate starts with 5, partner starts with 10.
Yeah. And then compared to how many points you have, yeah.
Subscriber points, yeah.
Yeah.
And you start with an extra 5 as affiliate, extra 5 animated emote slots, so you can have 5 non-animated and 5 animated, and yeah, again.
I mean, all we need for affiliate is just double the amount of followers and more average viewers. That's all we need. We stream enough.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do. It's just like you need to have minimum like accumulated 7, and then you also minimum need to stream like I think 3 hours a week or something to that extent. We do that easily. It's right. No, it was right there.
50 follows, 8 hours.
Yeah, and stream 7 different days, which we have done. We've been doing this for a couple of years.
No. We have to stream every day of the week. Yes.
No, Nico doesn't do that. He's affiliate. He streams once a week. So that's not what it means.
Do you know what he did before he became affiliate?
Still, he's only ever streamed once a week unless there's like E3 and stuff.
To qualify for the affiliate program, you must simultaneously meet all 4 requirements over a 30-day
Yeah, 30-day period. We do that easily.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
So.
I thought they meant continuously.
No. Not even like professional streamers stream every day. What the fuck are you on about?
I see a lot of people who try to, get into like Twitch streaming professionally. They go on to stream every day.
Yeah, but honestly, that's time. We also have videos to upload. We can't stream every day, and I have school and everything else.
Yeah. But as I said, people who want to get into it professionally, where that is their job.
Yeah.
So you're not doing an education and you don't have a job or anything.
But then you're also kind of, you're kind of dependent on the income.
Yeah.
So.
But that's not what we want to do.
No.
But affiliate shouldn't be too hard.
It really shouldn't.
No.
We're like, wow.
Sorry.
Damn.
That was a backwards burp.
Yeah. Because we have like 21 followers right now,
Wait,
I think.
That just sounds like it's a fart. Is a backwards burp or fart?
That's not how it works. Burps don't come from bacteria. Farts come from bacteria.
Yes, but I was thinking in the sense of you're letting out air at either end of your body.
The etiology is not the same. The composites are not the same.
I can't have these discussions with you because you know too much about fucking.
I know too much about medicine.
Ugh. Like normal people would be like, oh yeah, I guess, because for them it's just it's air comes out of mouth or air comes out of ass.
You can't have the discussion with me. You know that.
It's just air. I know it's not just.
It's not just air.
No.
Like I agree, a burp is most likely just excess air, but fart definitely in.
In my case, it's carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide.
Yes, it's carbon dioxide.
Yeah, no, it was just what I almost said before that.
Carbon monoxide?
No.
Certainly hope not.
No, it was doxycide. I was
Dark
like,
side.
This makes no sense.
Don't worry about it.
Doxycide. No, dioxide. But yes. If you could burp carbon monoxide, you could kill people.
Yeah. And also yourself, for that matter.
Well, let's say that like a dragon, you're immune to it.
That's not how biology works. I'm sorry. Carbon monoxide is very easily obtained into the blood from your stomach lining. It's not.
I'm talking from a magical standpoint. Dragons are fucking magical.
There's nothing magical about carbon fucking monoxide.
No, but you breathe.
It's death.
So fire is not death.
Not as fast as carbon monoxide. That's for fucking sure.
I suppose. But anyways, the point being that like a dragon, a magical being.
Like a dragon. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yakuza reference right there.
Wait, what was this band called? Something Dragon.
Oh.
Oh, Imagine Dragon. Or Imagine Dragons?
I don't know. I don't know that name. But I also don't know names. That's why I suck at anatomy.
They had a very popular song years ago called Radioactive.
Don't know.
I'm radioactive. No, okay. It was the music video was puppets fighting.
Okay, no.
In a ring, in a fighting ring.
Oh well. Gio casually hung his legs over the side of the stairs. Darren pulled a knee up near his chest while the other leg was resting across the step. Tamarack planted her feet into Gio's spot. She bumped him playfully with her boots.
You keep mixing up onto and into.
I do?
Yeah. Sometimes you say onto for into, and other times into for onto.
I guess I can't see the difference between two letters.
Often you actually do say them opposite of it.
Yeah, I don't. My brain doesn't see the same thing as my eyes, apparently.
I don't know enough about the brain to make a proper assumption about that, because technically our eyes see, but our eyes don't interpret. So do they actually see?
Well, they receive what is there. So in that sense, they see. They just don't know what it is they see. The brain is what processes it.
Yes.
It actually processes it in lines. It's actually really interesting. So it processes.
I think I know a little bit about that. Yeah, but anyways,
they process everything in like horizontal lines and vertical lines and then diagonal lines as well in all kinds of plants.
Do you know how cameras work?
No.
Okay. Well, a camera consists of different things. You have the lens.
Yes. Just like you have a lens in your eye.
Yeah, so the lens probably just is probably just consistent with the lens in your eye.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's your focus.
Because I forget what it's called. The thing that actually takes in the light and creates an image with it.
I don't know.
I forget what that's called. But I was just trying to think of would that be considered the eye, or is that the brain?
That would be the thing that takes in the light to actually stamp or burn the image would be the brain, because your eyes don't see the image as we see it in the brain. Again, it just interprets it in lines.
Well, I also understand that technically our eyesight is flipped. Our brain is just...
Yes, everything about the eyes are flipped.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make it easier when our visual field is flipped in our eyes both ways. And then also the fact that
on X and Y? Or what do you mean?
Yes.
Flipped.
It's both flipped and flipped.
Yeah. Horizontally and vertically.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's reflected. So actually we see things upside down, or the eyes see things upside down.
Yeah.
Upside doodly. But also they call them the temporal, the outer part of your visual field stays on the same side when it enters the brain. But the two fields closest to your nose crosses over. It's very fucking confusing. Don't worry, I passed my exam on this. I know everything I need to know.
Unless you want to specialize in it. I assume you don't.
I will not specialize in eyes. Fuck that.
You do not have the hand-eye coordination for that.
I don't. Let me just look at, the tissue, then I at least can't hurt a patient. Yeah.
Yeah, look at images. or
it's not images, or it is technically a microscopic scan, but it's not the same as imaging.
do you sometimes look at live tissue? As in, like, you have the tissue under a microscope?
Yeah, you do that from time to time.
Okay. I just know that the research you're in right now, where you're...
Yes, I mean, often they use the microscopic software to look at their computer screen, but sometimes they use normal, like when they need to do the fast pair operative, where they freeze the tissue, then they'd usually use a normal microscope because it gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because, the surgeons are waiting.
Yeah.
With an open patient, so.
So they're just taking a tissue sample from...
No, often it's because they're doing a resection.
Resection?
To take out a lump that's not supposed to be there, like a tumor. And they need to figure out if they've taken everything out.
Oh, okay. So they need to see if there are any more...
Yeah. If
not
there's...
necessarily cancer cells, but tumor cells?
Well, they need to be sure that all around what they have resected is normal tissue. Because in that sense, that they have the entire tumor out.
Are all tumors cancerous?
No.
No, I suppose that's true because there are benign
Yes.
tumors.
Usually you don't take away benign unless they fill.
Oh yeah, causing problems like that.
Yeah,
like,
because they fill.
Press on important organs or something like that. Yeah, I understand that much. What makes it benign?
It's not invasive. It's very clearly defined, and it's not invasive into other tissue. It's
not invasive.
It doesn't invade in between cells of the other tissue.
Okay.
It's just like you basically just imagine having a ball in the middle of a tissue, and there's a barrier around it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't invade into the tissue.
This is the bubble.
Yeah. So it's very well defined when it's benign usually.
Okay.
And when it's malignant, it's much more diffuse.
So it's much more diffuse, spreading.
Yeah. Exactly.
Overgrowth.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That's usually why benign. Usually the only problem you have with benign stuff is just
it can fill.
It fills. Yeah. That's the main issue. But it doesn't metastasize because it doesn't invade, so it can't metastasize. So that is the easy way of explaining the difference between benign and malignant.
Okay. So a benign is more likely to create a bump.
It's more likely to create a well-defined bump.
A well-defined bump.
A smooth bump, so to speak.
Well, I'm talking when you see from on the skin, could it create a bump on this?
Yeah, again, smooth bump.
Smooth. lumpy,
and rough. It can be malignant because it's it's invading.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see.
So even if you can't see it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant the skin became smooth, and I was like,
no.
fuck do you mean?
The lump feel. You can feel the lump, and if it's not if it's not invading, it usually also fluctuates. You can press it around. Whereas if it's been invading,
like a testicle.
I mean, technically it's...
Sorry.
Technically, yes, that is in a skin pouch. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But you can also say a cyst. Cysts are also fluctuating. But they're not solid. So.
Silicone implants.
What about them?
They would also be fluctuating, I suppose.
Yes. I know someone who has one because of an operation, and she can grab under the silicone pads because it's not It's not, stuck onto the chest.
Oh, I don't like. Oh God, no!
You don't feel it because it's just
No. I know. I'm just imagining it. It makes me uncomfortable.
It is like fluctuating, but it's also a lot bigger than usually a tumor would be.
Oh God. Oh, no. Okay, let's change subject. This is making me uncomfortable.
I have no problem talking about this. This is standard medicine talk.
Yeah, I know.
We talk about this all the time.
It's just because I can imagine what it would feel like doing the thing, and it makes me uncomfortable. So certain textural things and such like that makes me uncomfortable. Like not a ton, but there are certain things. Like most people.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's just, you asked, and I was like, yeah, they're fluctuating. They're not, stuck anywhere. It's just a pouch. So.
Is it the same if you use salt water?
Yes.
Okay.
If it wasn't in a pouch, the salt water would just be taken absorbed and circulated through the body, so that wouldn't really work.
No, I know. I understand that.
Also, because with silicone, the pouch needs to be sterile, so that's an easy way to make sure that it's sterile as well. Yes, we're done with this conversation, I think. Right? I gotta say, Gio pointed a finger in the air, calling the latest meeting of his club. Even though Tamarack and you still weren't members, because we said no thank you. You had a really good idea there, Tamarack. Smiling sweetly with her hands in her lap, Tamarack sincerely appreciated the praise. Thanks, Gio. However, Mr. Gio Lin might have initiated discussion, but Tamarack brought it down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah.
What was the
next
line?
To make a man out of you. And I don't know the rest of the song.
There's also something about the Huns.
Yeah,
because,
that was later.
They're going to attack the Huns or something, or fight the Huns.
Yeah.
Because
the Huns were
they're at war with them.
Nemesis, But that was later on in the song, yes.
Yeah.
Who's the winner? We're all winners.
No!
No! There can only be one winner, and it is me! Sir Damien Desmond! I win! You over the idea optimistically, or maybe hopefully was the better word. In the end, Chu was the only one who never managed to get anything, which is why he said it like that. Tarek's like, no! His hopes were flatly denied. his face says, little shit.
Listen to you, little shit.
Yeah. Littering in the forest and soft-hearted ideas of not choosing a single winner were two things Tamarack couldn't stand by. Somebody has to win, but what counts as winning? That's a tough call. Baxter had the most, but Aaron did something pretty crazy. That should count for more than one catch.
It's your game, Tamarack. Make up a point system.
She crossed her arms and squeezed her knees together, showing the serious effort she was putting into thinking. Tamarack sat like a round nut waiting to be cracked. Edward broke through with a fresh, devious smile, even more twisted than when she came up with the game to begin with. If you caught it with your mouth, that's more points than catching a lot with your hands. But it doesn't count if you spit it out. Take that, Darren!
Yeah, fuck you, Darren!
Darren's spine went rigidly straight in an instant. Before scratching down more than ever, he croaked defeatedly. This had gotten him more ruffled than when he hacked up the cashew. Baxter wins! I can see why Darren doesn't like her, because she's like so opposite of who he is as a person, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Darren's fuzzy black gloves were balled into harmless-looking fists. He must have wanted to argue that his efforts should count for something. But he was unable to put those words together right to a girl's face. Because he's scared of talking to girls. That had to be exactly why Tamarack made the rules unfair against him. Look at her, she knew what she was doing. Baxter chuckled under his breath.
Clever.
So the victor was crowned and he gave short acceptance.
Also wrong.
Don't worry about it, I don't mind.
I just used the line from Jurassic Park, where the hunter is hunting the velociraptors, but the velociraptor gets the jump on the hunter instead. So he turns to look at her and is like, "Clever girl," because he's Australian.
Yeah. For me, it just reminds me of Clever Little Sneak.
What's that from?
I don't know. It's Nico. Congrats to Baxter. Though Baxter acted as if he didn't care a tiny cashew crumb if he won or lost based on Tamarack's made-up rules that she had decided on after the game was already over. Darren continued to pout in his nook the whole while. Thankfully,
fuck you, Darren.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, he's okay, but
he's got some existential crisis going on. I'm pretty sure. Thankfully,
without knowing it.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Neither does Chiyoko right now.
No,
technically speaking. But I also don't think Chiyoko has existential crisis yet. So.
No, I don't.
It doesn't seem like
it seems like it doesn't come on before they turn teenagers.
Yeah, before it's step 2. Thankfully for him, he had a pal who never let things stay sad for long. At least we can all agree who got last. Me. Yes. Just shifted from angling for a no-win situation to confidently accepting his status as the bottom rung. That plan succeeded where his knot-catching strategies failed. It made Darren faintly smile. Chiyoko gave a wink, not stopping there. You other guys are taller. That gave you the edge. Don't forget. Wow, sore loser.
Yep.
There was a laughter and light-hearted smiles up and down and along the steps. It was just one of those days where everything was funnier than it was frustrating no matter what. Okay, Snack King, enjoy your spoils. Snack King gets to pick first.
Snacking.
Not
Snack King.
Snacking. There were many unknown rules and regulations for the status of Snack King. You were learning a lot. Chiyoko loudly stretched open the handles of the bag, holding its delicacies out for Darren. He took his beef jerky. Of course, took his beef jerky.
Delicacies?
What?
Delicacies?
Yeah, delicacies.
Delicacies.
But it's a whatever.
No, you put the pressure on delicacies. Not delicacies.
But whatever, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it's a dialect problem anyways.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
That was the last thing needed to make him fully content again.
Pass me the gummies.
Baxter got his treat as requested, then Chiyoko moved on to you. Damien? What do you want? Will you take them or will you ask?
I'm not an ass.
Not that much of an ass.
Not that much of an ass.
Would it be alright if I wanted spicy chips?
It was a little different with the candy because it was implied that that you could take as much as you wanted. Here it's a bit more like. Not
to mention, it's not anyone's candy, so per se.
Duh.
That's the good stuff. I want some too. Chips filled up your hand and cheers with some still left over. Cheers stuffed the corner store bag into a crevice of his step before he ate. You tossed a few pieces into your mouth and immediately felt rewarded for your choices. It was great. The group who planned the food detour easily settled into a snack-sharing semi-circle. I'm so old!
Shut up! It's just...
You just move slightly in your chair and your whole body just goes, no!
It's because I went backwards with my arm, so my... Something happened with my shoulder blade that made it hurt for some reason. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it pinched something. Or some other thing. It pushed somewhere it wasn't supposed to. So it just hurt. And it has started to do that
ever since you turned 30.
No.
Pretty much.
Later than that, but yes. Just also not really fair because I'm still 30.
Well, since you turned 30.
It has been within the last month or so.
With
sure my shoulder blade, it is.
I'm not sure I agree entirely on that. But it's gonna be hard to remember because nobody wrote a diary on it, so. Dexter had bent over the stairs to be closer to the one sitting down. No boy was empty-handed, and none of them were limited to just a treat they choose. Jules and Darren's gloves got completely coated in powdery snack bits in record time.
Apparently, I don't know what happened to my body.
You don't remember every time.
Oh, shut up.
It was then that Tamarack rejoined the conversation. She'd been quietly sifting through her fully stocked messenger bag while Chiyoko had been dividing up treats. Here's what I got! And what she got was a yellow rectangle, the size of a large chocolate bar. No, that wasn't chocolate. The briefly colored block made Chiyoko giggle.
Brightly.
Oh, brightly?
Brightly. Not briefly. Why would it be briefly colored?
I don't know.
It was briefly colored, then it turned to Vanted black.
It just lost opacity.
No. It turns to Vanted black and loses all color.
Yeah. We're lucky you didn't chuck that big thing at us. Are you sure? It would have been easy to catch. I'm sure. I'm alright with not catching anything. Darren couldn't help interrupting that back and forth with dubious curiosity. He's just frowning all the time.
What is it?
Fig cookies. Hold on, you knew what that was.
Fig cookies.
Your face is nah. Figs are great.
I know why they.
Fresh figs are great.
I don't really agree, but oh well. You know, we each
You
have
can't
ones.
really get fresh figs in Denmark.
I suppose that might be true.
You can't.
Okay.
You can only really get dried.
Okay.
I only got fresh ones when I lived in Spain. You can buy in the market.
I can see that. It doesn't really matter. I don't like figs.
You gotta choose.
Very familiar with? I don't really understand this choice. Why does it matter if we're familiar with them?
Maybe because your mom makes them for you many times.
I suppose not. It's a little weird, honestly, in my opinion.
Fig cookies?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Like, how often would you hear about such things?
Some people do, and some people don't. For some people, it's part of their family, and for some people, it's maybe a once-in-a-life thing, and some people never hear about it.
Fig isn't really much of a thing in my family, I believe.
Probably not.
Either that or I'm not paying attention to it.
Either way, you have to make a choice.
I don't know.
If you don't know them, then just say you don't know them.
No, I don't know what to choose.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know them, just choose an option. I don't know what it is.
Well, I know what they are.
You know what fig
But I'm
cookies
30
are?
fucking years old. What?
You know what fig cookies are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just, I'm also 30 fucking years old. Damien is not.
No, but that doesn't mean you can't know what it is, or no.
No, but all I'm saying is...
It's more of, you know, a self-insert, so just choose whatever you know.
Sometimes we just get choices where I'm like, I'm just... Like, I don't know what to choose, and I don't really care, because it's a subject that means nothing to me. Sometimes. But I suppose...
Choose the middle option. There is a middle option.
The difference is that this middle option sounds enthusiastic.
That's because it's a child that's like, wait.
I know what that is.
I know what that is. I heard
thing.
that before. It's not like enthusiastic more than it's just a child who's like proud that they know something.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm having such problems with this.
Well, I already told you what to choose. You still haven't chosen, so...
I wish you could just choose.
I literally did!
Yes, but as in take the mouse and choose.
There you go. Happy?
Not really, but here we are. Some things just get to me in a weird way. I don't know why.
No, I don't know why either. You're weird.
Yes. Yeah. Hello, my name is Ramon.
Have you met me?
Has you met me? Has we met before?
Mm-hmm. It's not like we've known each other for like... What? Getting close to 15 years now?
Not exactly. We got to know each other in...
13.
13, yeah. So...
It's 12 years. We're nearing 15. In my head. This is not too far.
We're closer to 10 than 15.
Yes, but we are past 10, so...
Yes, so if you look at it like that, sure.
Yeah.
Then the next one is 15. Sure. Is that a jubileum? Anniversary? Is 15 an anniversary?
Mm-hmm. I know 25 is. I know 10 is. I don't know about 15. Tamarack tore open the wrapper with gusto. Then she slid out a light tan, couch cushion looking cookie. It was flat on the top and bottom with a dark brown filling in the center. Those cookies always sounded nasty to me. Let me try them.
That's not what I'm looking for.
What do you want to choose?
Oh my god, I'm not talking about fucking wedding gifts, you dingus.
Was it specifically wedding anniversaries you were looking for?
No, just anniversaries. Just, you know.
The problem is anniversaries
Jubileum.
could be anything
Yeah,
compared
but,
to the context.
yeah, but
Even jubileum is anything.
everything here is wedding.
Yeah, that's
only.
because that's usually when people talk about it.
Okay, wedding anniversary. Here, okay, history, traditions.
If it's wedding anniversary, then no, 15 is not. 12 and a half is.
Okay. Well, I can't use that for shit. Then.
Because it goes 12 and a half, and then goes 25. And it goes 50, and there's also some in between, but those are not usually not celebrated.
anniversary intervals.
Don't worry about it.
That's apparently impossible to search for because I don't know how to search for it.
Because it's contextual.
It's contextual, I get, but anniversary should be the generic term.
The problem is anniversary you have every year. So how do you define that? That's what it means. That's what anniversary means.
That's not how I look at it.
No, but that's what it means.
Okay, but is this because I was thinking
it's the same as a birthday, basically.
If you're if you're at a job or if you're working at a specific workplace, and you've been there for an amount of years, then you will have an anniversary, not a yearly anniversary.
You will have an anniversary party because you've been there for like, what do I know, 10 years. So it's your 10th anniversary, and then they celebrate that. But anniversary is a yearly thing.
Workiversary. It's the anniversary of your start date at your current workplace. This is not what I'm looking for.
But it's different from company to company. Hello, Eiko. When you celebrate those things.
Useless.
As I said, it's different from company to company how they celebrate these
No,
things.
it's not so much.
Matter.
It's not so much that. It was just more like this is like 5 and 10 year anniversaries, and I was like, yeah, but
I would imagine it'd be 5, 10, and then 20, because usually it doubles up.
But there's definitely a 25, because it's a quarter of 100.
Then it's probably 5, 10, and then 25. All I know is that there's 50.
But it could also be 5, 10, 20, 25.
I don't know. Again, it's different from company to company.
Yeah, but there's not...
You can't search for something that is an individual tradition. It's not possible.
There will always be general rules to everything.
No!
Yes. Otherwise it doesn't exist.
It's called the policy at each workplace. They decide.
Yeah, I get that each workplace has their own policies, but there is still a general rule for how to do things. Guidelines to follow. Or not. But if you don't know what to do, you can follow the guidelines. If you have your own idea, you can do that, obviously. But there will always be guidelines.
Never heard of them. None of it matters. You need to make a choice here.
What are we talking about?
The fig cookies.
Oh. I want to be mean to her. But definitely wouldn't like them.
You puckered your face in disgust. Not fig cookies!
I mean, if it was Chiyoko, I would just tease him.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she can take it too.
Maybe.
She's pretty devious herself.
I suppose. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, honestly.
She's like, you can have some.
No, thank you.
then I get to have more.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
Jill looked up at the lady's girl on the snack market. He scratched his cheek. I don't like him. Could I try your thing? Sure. Thank you. Tamarack passed a small section of the spongy cookie on down to Chiyoko.
Spongy?
Yeah,
Cookie?
it's a thick cookie. So
Yeah,
they have to be spongy.
I wouldn't call it a cookie if it's spongy. Spongy.
But cookies are soft, so...
Cookies are soft. They're not spongy.
Well, there's filling in these, okay?
I suppose. I'd try a thick cookie.
Another simple request came in before she'd finished pulling her fingers away from Chiyoko. Tamarack took a second to yank off a corner and stuff it into her mouth before nodding. She whittled the cookie away even more to share with Baxter. He tossed it in his mouth just like that. Tamarack took another bite for itself. She chewed slowly, going unusually quiet for her. Only a 1-inch square was left of the bar then. Her snack almost got finished faster than any other.
It's a cookie by name only, apparently.
Oh, you didn't know? You know those like Fienstinger? That's what she's eating right now. That's what she's eating. You didn't know that?
That's not what I was imagining.
Okay.
It said thick cookies, so I thought cookies.
No.
So, okay. Well, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Don't fucking call it cookies.
They do in America.
But America is so uptight about what's a cookie and what's not.
No, they're not.
Are they not?
The British are uptight about what's a cookie and what's a biscuit and what's a cracker and what's a crumpet.
The British ain't got no cookies.
No, that's why they hate when people say cookies to all of them.
Yeah.
They got biscuits and crumpets and crackers. And probably other stuff, but I don't know any other stuff. I ain't British.
Wafers.
I suppose.
You forgot wafers. They're very important.
I mean, I was mostly thinking of what you could put in a cup of coffee or tea.
Also wafers.
For some reason, wafers for me is more an image of ice cream than it is like tea or coffee. But
Wafers are not ice cream.
No, with ice cream.
Are we talking about the same thing here?
I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same thing here.
Are you talking about like an ice cream cone?
No.
No. Okay, so not. Okay, good. Because that's
Ultra
not. That's
thin,
not.
lightweight, crispy.
Yeah, because an ice cream cone is not a wafer.
No, it's not. It's a waffle.
Yes. Yes.
It's a very crispy waffle.
Why are you saying it like that?
Waffle.
Waffle.
Because I like saying it like that.
Sure. Okay. So you associate them more with ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably because I grew up eating wafers with ice cream.
I could. Yeah. Definitely also because they're always very sweet.
Yeah, they are.
But they're also
My favorite were those like round chocolate ones.
What?
Like round chocolate ones.
Round chocolate ones?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's sad. I said.
When I think of wafers, I think of rectangles.
Yeah, I mean, usually I do too, but my favorite one was this round one that had chocolate in it. It's all brown. It's like a swirl wafer.
I think I know what you're talking about. That's not a wafer.
That's still a wafer. Still wafer dough it's made out of.
Are you talking about the ones you would put in hot chocolate?
No. I never
The
put them
stick.
in. No, they're hollow inside.
No, there's chocolate inside.
No. There's a chocolate coating, but it's not filled with chocolate.
Oh. I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about, apparently.
No.
Because I was thinking about these like I think they're like cinnamon chocolate kind of.
No cinnamon in these, that's for fucking sure.
Okay.
I don't want cinnamon in my cocoa.
Though I'm not 100%. That might be an American thing.
I don't know.
Anyways, though granted, I don't think I've really had these.
They're definitely wafers. They have the same like lightweight crunch.
Okay.
Obviously, there's also knoppers, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're also wafers. They're like akin to these, but they weren't filled. They just weren't filled.
Those are the ones I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but those are wafers.
Those are not wafers, no.
Those are wafers.
No, those are not wafers.
Rolled wafers.
They're...
Rolled wafers.
That's also what I'm coming up with here. But they're...
Cream-filled wafers.
They call them cream-filled wafers,
They
but
are wafers.
they're not wafers.
Why are they not wafers?
They're not light and delicate as wafers.
That's only because there's filling in it.
No.
The only reason.
No.
Otherwise they are.
No.
Yes, they are.
No.
They are still wafers.
I wouldn't call them wafers.
But they are. There's also some Oreo ones.
Of course. It is stuff you would typically put in hot chocolate.
I never
These
put
ones.
them in hot chocolate. Regardless though, they are considered wafers and therefore they are wafers. I think the ones I usually had was something like this. It's wafer sticks.
Those still have chocolate inside. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, coating.
Coating.
Not exactly that type, I'm just searching.
I'm still pretty sure it has... Oh, okay. Yeah. But something that looks like that, just without the chocolate filling. It's still coated in chocolate.
Yeah, on the inside.
On the inside.
Totally, yes.
Okay. But it's not filled with chocolate.
No.
Okay.
It's hollow. Regardless, even the things you don't say are wafers, according to the internet.
Yeah, I can see that much. I have a when you I have a very specific image of how wafers are supposed to be.
Yeah, but that's not how they are.
This... I'm gonna say something outrageous. Maybe, possibly. Calling these wafers would be like calling Pookies for wafers. Pookies? Pookies.
But that's not the same at all.
That's the kind of consistency.
No, they were much more brittle. There was just a lot of thin layers for those. I think you're remembering wrong.
Maybe.
I think you're remembering wrong.
Maybe.
Sure, they're a little harder to chew if the chocolate inside hasn't melted. But it's still wafer. When you bite into it, it's like that high-pitched brittle crunch you still get.
But again, the idea is to use it as a straw.
I suppose you could do that.
For a hot chocolate drink.
Yeah, I never did that. I always had it with ice cream.
can also get them with vanilla.
Yeah.
But the typical stuff is chocolate hazelnut.
Yeah.
So apparently they're called wafers.
Because they're made out of wafer.
I would just not call them wafers, but
They are.
Again, I'm probably remembering wrong, honestly.
Probably. I read this already, by the way.
Yeah. I'm getting tired.
I would think it would end soon.
Let's hope. Let's try and soldier on. Is that what it's called? Sure. You go ahead.
You take it. She hadn't said his name, but her eyes were set directly on Darren 2 steps lower. He didn't react. Apparently, if he didn't address something, it wasn't there. Or he might not have even realized she was talking to him. Darren had changed his sitting position to take on the appearance of a folded chair. Not only were both his legs pulled out, but his arms were over his knees and his face was lowered down into them. She gave the back of Darren's blonde head a nudge. Anybody home? Without a word, Darren tilted his neck like he had during the game. Tamarack was already leaning over to dangle the last bit of cookie above his face. He carefully reached out and plucked the gift from Tamarack's hole as if he was picking a real fig off a branch. It made sense in a way. Tamarack's name was a type of tree. Sure thing, Davian, sure thing.
Thanks.
Darren curled his fingers closed around his new cookie. He kept staring upward. Yes, we're still streaming! We're trying to finish this moment. We don't know how long it is.
Welcome back.
We've gone on to the fig cookie. We had a discussion.
The fig cookie, not the fake cookie.
Yeah, had a discussion
Which
about
is also
what
a fake
that
cookie.
means.
Apparently the fig cookie is also a fake cookie. Because it's not a cookie.
True. Oh yeah, I was like thinking we should almost be done, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool.
That's kind of the goal for
then,
today.
Yeah.
It's the soldier on.
We keep talking too much. Or I keep talking.
That's because you want to know what a wafer is.
Not so much that I want to know what a wafer is. I have a specific idea of a wafer, and I was pretty sure that was not a wafer, but apparently it's a wafer.
Vel just comes in and was like, what the fuck are they on about? We had a very long discussion about wafers. Oh boy.
Yep.
He kept staring upwards at Tamarack. That had to be a record for the longest time he'd held eye contact with her. Let go! Let go!
I would have bit it off. You can have a piece of jerky. Everybody can.
Thank you! But I don't want that. Wow, Tamarack. You're not helping his case of awkward lady talk. Oh! Before they could get real awkward, Tamarack's attention sparked on a different idea. Yeah, absolutely no fucking filter. She has no filter. She says whatever's on mind before she even thinks about it. Whereas Chiyu, on the other hand, is the kind of person who thinks about everything before he acts, so he knows that he does the right thing.
If this continues into her teenage years, she has ADHD.
Yeah.
Like, because it's one thing for a child to be like this, be this way, because children are underdeveloped.
She's already too old to have no filter when it comes to ADHD, like diagnosis statements.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe she has ADHD.
Like, I'm pretty sure when you're 7 years and up, if you have ADHD symptoms, in different situations, both like school, home, and stuff, there's a very high likelihood you actually have ADHD. I'm pretty sure she's more than 7, so.
Yeah, we're 10 years old.
Yeah, somewhere around.
If I remember correctly. Nope.
No, 9 or something.
We're
right?
9.
Yeah, we're not double digits yet.
8 or 9.
Yeah. Somewhere around there.
Just like Alexander.
Yeah, my nephew. Derek was like that. She had a lot of energy and absolutely no filter too.
She was... Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that she has it in some form of capacity.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Actually, yeah. Especially considering the whole paper thing.
Yeah! Mine's everywhere else! Yeah, we have a friend who has ADHD, and every time things go weird, we all like, ADHD brain go brr. When he tries to learn a new game, his mind's fucking everywhere at once. He doesn't even know what he's doing. It's adorable. I have something else to do.
No, I have something else too.
Oh, something else too.
Are you okay?
No, I'm tired.
Okay.
I've been up since 10 a.m. It's now 1 a.m.
You've been up since 10. Tamarack. Sorry.
Tamarack o'clock.
I was just like 10 a.m. or portmanteau, so Tam, and then I was like Iraq, because Tamarack.
Oh, gee golly, look at the time! It's ride time! That reminded me of that meme.
Right.
That nobody will ever escape again once they hear it and know where it comes from. And then something else too was the barebacking of Cashew, dust taken from her overalls. Seeing her bring that out now was more confusing than when she first pulled it from her bag on the bridge. Tamarack snickered at the loss she had left the group at and her own secret scheming. She poured the scraps into her hand and returned the now completely empty bag into the pocket it came from. Tamarack shot one of the tiny pieces right at you. Take this! Just defensive instincts kicked in and he snatched it before it could hit his face.
Damn.
What was that about? You got one! A cashew that I threw! Aww. It's kinda cute. You're just being a little shit about it. Chiyoko gave a lopsided smile and ate the little piece. Guess I did. Thanks.
We keep having like small snippets of guitar in the background where I cannot. I keep thinking of Torches.
Oh, the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending to
Vinland Saga.
The first one.
Yeah, that was also pretty good. Okay, someone else give me their snacks now! Give him! What you wanna do?
Wait, we still have stuff and we're asking for more?
Yes, of course! This is David we're talking about.
Either ask or just continue to eat.
What doth thou want?
We'll eat the stuff.
The conversation took a turn when Chiyoko chirped up with a question.
Question.
So, what do you think? What? What else? He gave Tamarack a slick smile. Her attention was what he'd been trying to grab. The club, of course. Oh.
No.
It's okay. Still don't want to be a member, though. Knowing her. She didn't say anything else. That was okay. Chiyoko continued on himself.
Your leg is falling.
Yeah, I know. You've gotten to see what it's like, and it's pretty great, huh? You can still join if you wanna. No! For you, my heart aches. She heard your answer. He must have, since he was right by you, and he didn't react by trying a new method to change your mind. He simply listened. Tamarack thought longer about the question that she had the first time she invited her. She gave it real consideration.
Please don't.
But the answer wasn't different. No thanks! Yeah, I knew it. Oh god, you were gripping me in my chair with you.
Yeah, sorry.
Or I was just say, you gripping me and my pillows without my chair. I'm gliding off my chair there.
Oh god, no.
At least mostly. There had been development over the afternoon it experienced. Tamarack was quick to edit in. I still like you two, and I like playing with Bax and Darren, but I don't want to be part of your club.
Afternoon.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. Afternoon.
Afternoon. Yan.
What is this?
I'm Ferris now.
Yeah. Like, Maid Queen Yan? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, Maid Queen Yan.
Yeah.
I'm Ferris from Maid Queen Yan now.
Really? Thanks. You do?
It's even bolded. You do? Jill's left and right hand boys were amazed. Baxter in amusement, disbelief, and Darren in that he didn't have a single clue what to do. You liked Baxter more. You like Darren now. You felt the same about those boys. What you want to say?
That was a surprise for her. As for you, you felt the same about the boys. Oh, like same, as before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that your opinion hasn't changed. Of
Yeah.
them. Okay.
Exactly.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Darren.
You like Darren now?
It's okay.
Jim became a calming force in a little crowd, a steady rock against the winds of emotion, which was not usual for him. You know, that's cool. I think it makes sense for you two. It's the Tamarack and Damien way. And that was the end of that day, and maybe forever. Now and forever! Joe managed to be at peace not having everybody he knew in his official club. So you were partially a club and completely a group of friends hanging out at the bridge. Jill took a turn trying to toss cheesy chips into Tamarack's mouth. She squealed every time she missed and whooped whenever she didn't. Whoop! Whoop whoop! This reminds me of... Whoop whoop! Oh, Jesus Christ, you're loud!
Sorry.
It reminds me of Ace Attorney. Where Edgeworth just gives a straight-faced whoop! So fucking funny.
It reminds me of a song. From The Prodigy.
Sure. Baxter rested along the wall, watching the game with semi-interest. He batted away shots that had misfired or bounced off of Tamarack. Darren nibbled in the last of Baxter's sour gummies. He was keeping score while Gio and Tamarack kept their heads fully in the game. It was kind of like a picnic, except there was no blanket or basket, and it was a lot colder than what you'd usually imagine for a picnic. You want to thank them both? Best Saturday ever! You're like, thanks for showing me this place to you, and thanks for making it fun, Tamarack.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for showing me the special thing.
The sideways profile always looks so weird.
Because they're children.
No, not so much that. It's just more that they're actually, completely sideways.
Yeah.
Not like, slightly towards you kind of deal. That's the weird part about this.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. You're welcome more. God fucking damn it. Can't we ever do stuff at the same amount?
No!
No! Timothy cheered. There'd be no compromising on that. Fine. Those two definitely did disagree on a lot of things, but it was equally certain that they were friends in their own silly way. And they were your friends too.
Silly Willy.
They're silly Willies, both of them. Actually, the whole group got along if you thought about it. That was pretty incredible. Darren and Baxter probably wouldn't say you and Tamarack were their friends, but that didn't mean you weren't. If I think they're my friends, they're my friends.
If I say you are friends, you are friends.
Yes.
I command thee.
That day across the town into the treasure chest.
You have no say in this.
Exactly. Up a mountain and across the bridge could only be described as an adventure. Though it was the kids you went with who made it a memory to hold on to.
You chicken, Ellie?
Ah! Hey!
Cool.
We finished!
Cool.
Did remember the board that we played with last time.
It's music books.
Yeah. We did it!
Or books music? Wait. Can I?
Yes.
Yes. Books music.
Wow. You're my friends now. We're having soft tacos later. Yes. And Rhoda's just stares like,
Yeah.
the fuck soft tacos?
No, I know what's up to.
Yeah. It's just your face was like, what?
It was a very specific things. That was all. Soft tacos. Okay. I don't know how common they are, honestly.
They're not common where we live, that's for fucking sure. No, but we know of burritos.
Actually,
Or enchiladas.
all the time when we have gotten tacos from HelloFresh, it has been soft shell tacos. Because we're using tortillas. They're not hard shell tacos.
In my brain, I don't categorize that as soft tacos.
That
That's
is soft
probably
tacos.
why.
That is soft shell tacos.
Okay. In my head, I'm not categorizing that as soft tacos.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay.
Guess it's not made out of the same thing that tacos are. And I don't really like tacos normally, so.
Well, you like those? Those are tacos.
But they're made of tortilla. It's completely different from tacos.
Yeah, but that's a soft shell taco.
The thing I don't like about tacos is that they're so brittle.
Yeah. But you can have soft shell tacos.
Okay,
which
sure.
is made out of tortilla.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I can be wrong, honestly, but that's what I know of as soft shell tacos or soft tacos is tortilla tacos.
Maybe. But they're still not that popular.
No.
Because usually we have the big ones and you kind of make burritos out of them. Or enchiladas. I like enchiladas more. You've never had an enchilada?
No, I'm just trying to remember. Is that what it's called?
What is?
Isn't it called something else?
What is?
The thing I keep making for you, where it's like folded over half. Is that an enchilada?
I mean, technically yes. But usually enchiladas are full of like meat. And less salad, but...
Oh, yeah.
But yes, a folded over
my...
half is technically an enchilada, yes.
Okay. For some reason, my brain was like, nope, it's called something else. But
It's an omelette.
no, obviously a fucking. Oh my god.
Maybe you were thinking of quesadilla. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it's made out of cheese. Quesadillas are made out of cheese. That's the kind of the point of the name. Queso means cheese in Spanish.
Yeah.
Quesadilla is basically a giant, like, cheese pancake. That's what it is. With filling inside.
So, don't tempt me with a good time.
That's fine. My pillows. They're falling off my chair.
No, I just want Mexican food.
Not right now. We've got Asian food.
Oh yeah. Still need to make chili at some point.
Yes, we do. Yes, that was walks.
Keep talking about it and keep not doing it.
Well,
Or I keep mentioning it and we keep not doing it.
Well, you looked through the recipes that we have and you didn't consider chili con carne, so here we are.
It was more for the fact to use the meat we have in the freezer. That was why I didn't mention it.
Until we get beef.
Yeah. So, next week, possibly.
Yeah. When I get back from my nephew's birthday.
Yeah. your little... no, that's not a staycation. Staycation is staying at home. Vacation.
Yeah. No, I'm staying at my parents' place.
Yeah. So it is a little vacation. At your parents' place.
Just a weekend.
Yeah, your parents' place is not your home anymore.
No,
or technically, the house that they have has never been your home.
No, exactly. It's like I don't even have a room. They moved after I moved away from home, so now I only have a guest room to use. And sometimes I actually sleep with my little sister because her bed can turn into a double bed, because sometimes we have guests in the guest room as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my parents only have a guest room now. My room also technically isn't there anymore.
No, they have. It's like a hobby room with a bed in.
Yeah.
Like a craftsmanship kind of thing, like that.
Yeah.
With sewing machines and other like yarn stuff.
It's my mom's place. My father has his own office.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my mom's office and guest bed.
Yeah.
And then they have taken the other room. I can't really say like one of them was mine as the other one was my sister's, but because we kind of changed over the years. Like when
your sister moved away from home, you got her room, right?
No, we also changed because one room is technically bigger than the other. So to make it kind of fair, we changed.
I just got the big room. I don't think my parents give a fuck when we moved.
No, it also didn't really matter for us.
I don't think you cared about it, neither of you. Too much.
A little bit. There's definitely pros and cons to having the room that is now storage.
Yeah.
Because it was, being cramped by the toilet. Or bathroom, technically, because there's a bath. Or a shower.
Yes.
And a toilet. But yes, the last room that was my room is the one that is now the guest and office room. But originally it was the room that is now the storage room. That was my room.
Yeah.
At first, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right.
Because the other one is the bigger room.
I don't really remember the other room.
Yeah.
So.
But that was also after my sister moved, so
yeah.
Might as well just get the big room.
Yeah.
No, you've actually known me while I've had both.
I know I knew you when you had the other one, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I had the bed that could had space inside it and could swivel up.
I know, but I don't remember the room. That's what I'm saying.
Not much, no.
Oh well. We actually managed to finish a moment. Now we only have one more left.
Can I have a moment of your time?
For what? For ending the stream?
I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay.
It was just...
Hey, we've been streaming for like just under 4 hours, so...
Yeah, considering the
going online and the break. So.
Prelude? Could you call it that? The prelude to the stream?
The setup. Probably more correct, honestly.
The eating of our dinners.
Yeah.
It took a little while. It was like 23 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
23, 25.
Yes, we will have a very good night. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
And you shall have a very good day, since it's morning.
G'day.
G'day!
Mate.
God damn it.
What?
Nothing.
Am I not allowed to be slightly Australian?
No, I mean, when I watch the live series, they also sometimes do that with Pearl, who's Australian.
Yeah.
5 a.m. Pearl is fun.
Yeah. So, Yes, that was fun.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you again, Val, for being here and following us.
Yes. It was
That's
a
nice.
delight
Yeah,
when people come and chat.
it's always nice when we have people to talk to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we get so lonely.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, at least we have each other.
That's true.
But yes. So yeah, next stream will be Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I have other stuff to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Wednesday.
So we'll be back again at 8 p.m. On Wednesday.
Yes.
Central European Summertime.
Yeah, Central European Summertime, so UTC +2.
Yeah.
Yes! Hard! And then we'll be back with some more Steins-Gate.
Yeah.
We'll be starting a new chapter.
Chapter 4? Right?
Yes!
Yeah.
Chapter 4.
Yeah.
Because now John Titor has proclaimed that we shall be his Messiah! And Okabe is not sure how to feel about that.
Nope.
So that's interesting.
He sounds like a cray-cray.
Yeah. But yeah, you should look forward to that.
Yeah. If you're not able to catch our streams, there's always our YouTube where you can watch the VODs.
Yeah.
So, also if you want to catch up and stuff like that.
If you missed things.
If you miss things, yeah.
Exactly.
So, but otherwise, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yes.
Bye!
Bye!